Good morning, everyone. People, good morning. Chalo. Now, I welcome all of you to this amendment applicable for the September 25 amendment class. Now, in this amendment, the two things which we are going to use, first of all, is the amendment material which we are going to use. This is the amendment booklet. And secondly, we are going to use the amended chart book also. Basically, wherever in whichever chart amendments have happened, those chart also have gone ahead and provided both this material, basically the amendment material which is applicable for a September exam, as well as the amended chart which are applicable for a September exam. Both you can find the link in the description below. Download it, or you can go to rameshsoni.com. Under rameshsoni.com, free resources, CA CMA final. There you will find this amendment material. Done, sir. This point is clear. Now, as all of you know, now the exams are happening in September. So for September, sir, till when amendments are applicable? Basically, first of all, if you go ahead and see for your May exam, for your May 25 exam, the amendments which are applicable were till 31st of October. Till 31st of October, whatever amendments had come, those were applicable. Now, after 31st of October, so if I go ahead and say from 31st October, after that, whatever amendments have come till February, because 6 months prior to your exam, whatever amendments have happened, those are applicable for your exam. Now, if you go ahead and see September exam, which is there, okay? So for September 25 exam, if I go ahead and tell you, March, April, May, June, July, August, these 6 month amendments are not applicable. Prior to that, it is applicable. So from here, till 28th of February, whatever amendments have happened from 31st of October till this date, basically May 25 के लिए all the amendments are already covered earlier. If you have not seen the May 25 amendments, please go to my YouTube channel. May 25 ka amendments are very, very important. You must watch the May 25 ka amendment. For this exam also, you will get some question from May 25 amendment. Please see them and go. Okay, sir. Done. What we'll be covering in this amendment is after 31st of October till 28th of February, whatever amendments have happened, those will be covering in these amendments, which are applicable for September 25. For January 25, January 26 also, students can go ahead and watch this amendment, because most of the amendment after this date, basically till 30th of, if I go ahead and say, basically till 30th of June, whatever amendments happen from this date up to 30th of June, whatever amendments happen, those are applicable for January. These amendments, actually, there are very, very few amendments which have happened during this period. So these amendments which we are going to cover are applicable for the September exam also, and January 26 students also can go ahead and watch these amendments. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Yes, sir, we are all clear with this point. Okay? But today in this amendment series, the main focus will be on from here till here, whatever amendments have happened, all the circulars, all the notifications which have come, we'll be going ahead and covering this. Done, sir. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Yes, sir. Clear. Chalo, let's go ahead and start. Thank you, Manju. Everyone over here now. Everyone over here now. Listen. Chalo. We'll go ahead and start with the amendment. The first thing which you will go ahead and see is the index. In the index, what I've gone ahead and done, Baba, trust me, for a September exam, there are very, very few amendments which are there. Very few amendments. You don't have to worry at all about it. The amendments are extremely easy. We'll go ahead and cover it quickly. Chalo. Now, in this index, you will see chapter wise, I've gone ahead and written, okay, chapter number 1 May, what amendment has happened. Amendment and their crux. Amendment and their crux. Amendment and their crux have been written, so that one day before the exam, if you want to cover the amendments in this amendment ka crux, which is there in 2, 3, 4 pages, you will be able to cover all of them. Basically, in 4, 5 pages, I've gone ahead and given all the amendments with the crux. You can go ahead and cover it from there. Okay, sir. Now, we'll be going ahead and covering each of the amendments from here. Now, come to page number 6, everyone. Please come to page number 6. The first amendment which have happened is happened in the chapter of supply. Supply may basically what amendment has happened, sir? If I go ahead and show you from the chart, supply may, I hope you guys remember, section number 7 was there, section number 7.1 was there, section number 7.1a was there, section number 7.2 was there, which was telling activities or transaction which will be neither supply of goods nor supply of service if it is told in schedule 3. In schedule 3, they have gone ahead, in schedule 3, they have gone ahead and inserted some 2 more paragraphs, paragraph number 9 and paragraph number 10. 2 more paragraphs have been inserted in schedule 3. Now, these 2 paragraphs we will be going ahead and understanding paragraph number 9 and paragraph number 10 from here. Chalo, okay. New entries added in Schedule 3. Paragraph number 9, activities of apportionment of co-insurance premium by the lead insurer to the co-insurer. Sir, what do you mean by lead insurer, co-insurer? Let's take an example. Everyone over here. For an example, if I go ahead and tell you Tatas have lot of factories over here. Okay. Tata have a factory and Tata went ahead and told my factory I want insurance for 100 crore rupees. And they came to here one insurance company. For example, this is HDFC insurance company. Okay, they came to HDFC and they told, can you do the insurance of our company, of our factory for 100 crore? HDFC told, okay, I will go ahead and do the insurance. HDFC told, I will go ahead and do the insurance. Insurance is a service. Yes, sir, insurance is a service. And HDFC went ahead and told, for insuring the company, for insuring the factory, we will go ahead. So 100 crore rupees ka insurance. Okay. Now, but HDFC told, to take so much risk, we don't have the capacity to take so much risk. We will go ahead and take the help of our other insurance companies. Might be HDFC went ahead and spoke to Axis Bank over here. Axis Insurance, not bank, Axis Insurance. And told Axis, see, I have to go ahead and insure Tatas for 100 crore rupees. Why don't we co-insure it? Means why don't we together insure over there? Whatever is the premium, we'll go ahead and divide among ourselves. So here what happened, HDFC is the lead insurer. Basically, there will be a document which will be prepared where the main insurer will be there and co-insurer will be there. He is called as the lead insurer and he is the co-insurer. Okay, sir. Now, what will happen over here? HDFC is also insuring and co-insurer is also going ahead and insuring. Wherein HDFC told 60 crore rupees ke liye, I will take care of it. If anything happens to the factory, 60 crore is my responsibility. Basically, I am doing the insurance where the sum insured is how much? 100 crore. In that 60 crore is mine and 40 crore is yours. So basically, you are doing the insurance up to 40 crore and I am going ahead and doing the insurance for 60 crore rupees. And we are insuring Tata's ka factory for 100 crore rupees. Okay, sir. Now for this, the premium will be collected. So what happens over here is, these people, Tatas will go ahead and pay the premium of supposingly they had gone ahead and charged 2 crore rupees premium. Or what I'll say for simplicity 1 crore. For 100 crore rupees, Tatas went ahead and told to insure your company factory for 100 crore, we'll go ahead and charge you 1 crore rupees. And 1 crore rupees was taken. 1 crore pay, Tatas have to go ahead and collect the GST and this GST will go to the government. So basically, the insurance was done over here and Tata say HDFC has collected 1 crore at the premium and premium pay GST is also collected. Now HDFC will have to go ahead and pay the GST to the government. Now what happens over here? See, HDFC has done the insurance only for 60 crore, 60%, 40 crore, 40% ka insurance taken care by Axis. So Axis will tell HDFC, see Baba, I have gone ahead and helped you in doing this insurance. So wherein you do one thing, out of the 1 crore collected, 60 lakh belongs to you, 40 lakh you give it to me. On this 40 lakh rupees which is there, because he has gone ahead, people over here, on this 40 lakh rupees which is being given to Axis by HDFC, there will be no GST. This is what is being told now. See, I'll go ahead and read out with you guys. It says activity of apportionment of co-insurance premium. See, they have done the insurance together. Co-insurance has been done for Tata's factory for 100 crore rupees. Okay, sir, this point is clear. By the lead insurer, apportionment of co-insurance premium by lead insurers to co-insurer. What happened over here? Lead insurer apportioned the amount to the co-insurer. Okay. Then what happened? For insurance service jointly supplied by the lead insurance and co-insurer to the insured in co-insurance agreement. So basically what happened? Axis and HDFC had done a co-insurance agreement where they went ahead and jointly insured Tata's. Okay, sir. Then subject to the condition that the lead insurer paid CGST, SGST, UTGST and IGST, whatever is applicable on the entire amount of premium paid by the insured. So basically, sir, this 40 crore pay, there will be no GST provided HDFC, whatever premium has been collected on this total premium, HDFC has gone ahead and paid the GST. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Please tell me everyone, give me a heads up and tell me, is this insurance wala point clear to all of you? So basically what happened to one, me, A and B, we have gone ahead and jointly insured supposingly one company. Now insurance company, now these people whom we have gone ahead and insured, whatever is the premium received by me, if I am the lead insurance and I have insurer and I have paid the GST on the entire premium, when I apportion a part of it to my co-insurer, on that apportioned part there will be no GST which my co-insurer will have to collect, not required. There is no requirement of GST. Is this point clear to all of you? Quickly give me a heads up and tell, are we all clear? Yes sir, can we go ahead? Quick everyone, quickly tell me, are we all 100% clear? Can we go ahead everyone? Yes, sir. We are all clear. Done, sir. This point is clear. Okay. In your exam, be very careful about one point. That, sir, on the entire premium collected, the lead insurer should have paid the GST. On the entire premium collected, the lead insurer should have paid the GST. Then the apportionment amount पे GST will not come. Done, sir. This point is clear. ठीक है, sir. चलो, we'll go ahead. And I've gone ahead and just written the inch over here saying co-insurance premium apportioned, whatever is the co-insurance premium which is being apportioned on that, not taxable if lead insurer pays GST on total premium. Done, sir. This point is clear. Let's move to paragraph number 10. Now, everyone, you have to quickly tell me heads up. Only then we'll go ahead. Okay, so that is quick. ठीक है, sir. Done. Services by insurer to reinsurer. Okay, what is this, sir? Basically, services by an insurer to a reinsurer for which ceding commission or the reinsurance commission is deducted from the insurance premium paid by the insurer to the reinsurer. Sir, what is this point clearing? Okay, chalo, I'll go ahead and tell you one point, everyone. Okay, I'll go ahead and explain you. For example, now the second one, paragraph number 10, we are understanding. Here, supposingly, Tata's ka factory is there. Okay. Tata's went ahead and told, supposingly HDFC. Again, I am now changing the different thing. You have to understand, everyone. HDFC ko Tata's told, see, HDFC, can you do the insurance? HDFC told, okay, we'll do the insurance. 100 crore rupees ke liye they wanted the coverage. Okay. HDFC told, okay, we'll go ahead and do the insurance service. You have to pay us 10 crore rupees, supposing 10 crore rupees plus GST, we are going to collect as premium. Okay. Now what happens over here? HDFC told, oh, I don't want this insurance ka business, or might be 50% of my insurance ka business, I'll go ahead and give it to my friend Axis. HDFC told Axis over here, you want some business? Axis told, yeah, I also want some business. He is the insurer, he is the reinsurer. Okay, everyone. So what Axis told, okay, 50% of your business, you give it to me. We are not jointly insuring now. Mind it, everyone. What happened over here? I got insurance of a company. I went ahead and passed on the 50% of the risk to the other person. Or you understand that 100% of the risk I went ahead and passed on. You can pass on 50%, 25%, 100%. I went ahead, HDFC went ahead and told Axis, I don't want this business. I will go ahead and pass on the whole business to you. So basically, Axis is giving reinsurance service, wherein Axis will go ahead and collect from HDFC. So Axis is giving reinsurance service over here, wherein Axis will collect 10 crore rupees plus GST from him. Now, in this scenario, what happens? No, the HDFC bank, when they are going ahead and giving the business to HDFC, will tell, hey, you think I'm a fool? I went ahead and did the insurance. I will collect the amount and pay GST to the government. Now, I am passing on this insurance to you to pass on the insurance, for ceding the insurance, for giving you the reinsurance business. I want some commission. And hence, what happens? No, this guy, when he's paying the amount, he will not pay 10 crore rupees. He will just pay him, might be 9 crore rupees after deducting 1 crore as commission. I hope this point is understandable to all. Everyone, what happened over here? 10 crore I collected. Out of 10 crore, I gave the front party only 9 crore. I told 1 crore, I want my commission. Commission has been deducted. Now, you tell me one thing. In this scenario, what government is trying, what they are trying to tell is, see, you gave insurance service, you collected the GST and you paid the GST to the government. Now, when he is giving you reinsurance services, no, for this, whatever 10 crore is, 9 crore you have paid him, and 1 crore rupees commission which is there, you have actually gone ahead and given him a service for which you have gone ahead and kept your 1 crore rupees. On this 1 crore rupees, GST is not required to be paid, provided this guy should collect 10 crore rupees pay GST from you. Means he should go ahead and pay GST on the entire 10 crore rupees. What are they telling? Everyone listen again. See, services by insurer to the reinsurer. Services by the insurer to the reinsurer. I went ahead and gave a service by giving him the business. Okay? For which ceding commission or reinsurance commission is deducted from the reinsurance premium paid by insured to the reinsurer. What I did? I went ahead and deducted my commission from the premium which I paid to him. Okay? Actually, what happened? I paid him only a premium of how much? Reinsurance service given by him. I had to pay him 10 crore. 10 crore rupees pay, he should have collected GST from me. Correct? But what people do is, people go ahead and deduct from this minus 1 crore my commission and pay only 9 crore. What government is trying to tell over here? See, you would have paid 9 crore rupees to him, but he should actually collect 10 crore rupees, pay he GST. See, you pay him 9 crore, doesn't matter, but he should collect from you GST on 10 crore, and now on the commission, I don't want GST, is what government is trying to tell over here. See, subject to the condition that the CGST, SGST, UTGST and IGST is paid by the reinsurer on the gross insurance premium payable by the insurer to the reinsurer. Now, insurer, whatever premium was payable by me, how much was the premium payable by me? 10 crore. So he should have paid GST. Axis should have paid GST on 10 crore rupees only. Okay? And then they are telling inclusive of the said ceding commission or the reinsurance commission. Basically, on 10 crore, he should have gone ahead and paid GST. Might be I would have paid him only 9 crore after deducting my 1 crore commission. But he should have gone ahead and paid GST on the, he should have collected GST and paid GST on the entire 10 crore rupees. Is my point clear to all of you? Please tell me, everyone, are we all 100% clear? Okay. Is everyone there? Yes, sir, clear. Okay. So you have to remember, everyone, he will have to go ahead and pay GST on the entire premium which is there. He will not go ahead and pay GST on 9 crore. He has to collect GST on 10 crore. Then this 1 crore pay, there will be no GST. The commission amount pay GST will be not collected. There will be no GST. Basically, HDFC has gone ahead and given the business for which HDFC has collected 1 crore. On this 1 crore, there will be no GST. This will be neither goods nor supply of service. I hope this point is clear. Yes, sir, point is clear. So let's go ahead. These are the two things which are newly added in Schedule 3. Sir, ceding commission retained by the insured is not separately taxable under GST if, sir, ceding commission is not taxable. Ceding commission is not taxable if the reinsurer pays GST on full insurance premium, including such commission. Sir, if they have gone ahead and paid GST on the full amount, I might have gone ahead and paid only 9 crore, but they should have, the reinsurer should have gone ahead and paid GST on the entire 10 crore rupees. I hope this point is clear. Yes, sir, point is clear. Chalo, let's go ahead. The next one, see. Vouchers के लिए one small clarification have come. Vouchers के लिए lot of issues were there, lot of doubts were there, lot of thoughts were there where students used to go ahead and tell me, sir, voucher के लिए, what if voucher is not redeemed? What if voucher is redeemed? Just give me a second. ठीक है. So now students used to go ahead and tell me, sir, what if voucher is redeemed, or voucher money, not money, or are voucher goods, not goods? So lot of thoughts were there when we used to discuss in class also. Now government have gone ahead and settled all of them. Let's go ahead and understand this. Everyone over here, see what are they telling? Clarification on various issues relating to voucher. I like this circular. Please remember this. Okay, everyone. Whether transaction in voucher falls under the category of supply of goods or service. Now, if I am going ahead and supposingly I have one voucher, okay, you think vouchers. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we have something here which you can. Okay, supposingly. Uh, I am Shopper Stop and I went ahead and sold you a voucher. Now, this voucher which is being sold, on this voucher will GST come? So they went ahead and simply clarified that vouchers which are there, whenever a voucher is sold, voucher is just an instrument. Now, if I go ahead and pay you voucher, give you voucher, you sold me goods. For goods, if I go ahead and give you voucher, vouchers are just used to settle an obligation. It is like money. And hence the clarification which came was, voucher is just an instrument which creates an obligation on the supplier to accept it as a consideration or part of consideration. And the transaction in voucher themselves cannot be considered either as supply of goods or supply of service. So, for example, I am Shopper Stop. I am going ahead and selling a voucher to a person for 5,000 rupees. Is voucher goods or service? It is neither goods nor service. They have clarified over here. Vouchers are neither goods nor service. It is what? It's like money. You are using it to pay for something. So GST will not come on the voucher. GST will come actually on the goods and service which is there. So somebody has supplied me goods and service. Instead of that, I've given a voucher. Vouchers are not goods and service. Vouchers pay GST will not come. But the goods and service which is being supplied, on that GST will come. However, supply of underlying goods and service for which vouchers are used as a consideration or part consideration may be taxable under GST. So simple as that. You went ahead and supplied me goods. I went ahead and gave you voucher. Sir, on the goods and service GST come. Vouchers are just used to pay, like how we use money to pay consideration as a consideration, like that vouchers are also used to pay as a consideration. I hope this point is clear. And when voucher do not fall in goods or service also. Done, sir. This point is clear. Okay. Next. Sir, what would be the GST treatment of transaction in voucher by distributor or sub-distributor or agent? Sir, what are they telling? Sir, if there is a sub-distributor who is there, Sir, what would be the GST treatment of transaction in voucher by a distributor, sub-distributor or agent? So for an example, I am a distributor. Okay. Now one company is there. From them, I buy the voucher and I sell the voucher. Okay. Now what happens over here if I'm buying the voucher and selling the voucher? For example, a voucher from a company, 100 rupees ka voucher, I buy it for 98 and I sell it for 99. For example, one big company, Sodexo is there. From Sodexo, I buy the vouchers and I sell the voucher. Then, so they are going in and telling where vouchers are distributed by the distributor or sub-distributor dealer on principal to principal basis. In such case, the distributor or dealer purchase voucher from the voucher issuer typically at a discounted rate. Might be 100 rupees ka vouchers, I buy at 98 and subsequently sell the same to sub-distributor or corporates or end consumer and generate revenue through a trading margin, which is difference between the acquisition cost and the selling cost of the voucher by the said distributor. What I do, I buy the voucher for 98, I sell the voucher for 99. Might be I buy it from Sodexo company, I'm a distributor and I give it to sub-distributor, I sell it to companies, etc. I made 1 rupee margin over here. Now what they are telling, in such case, distributor or dealer owns the voucher and operates autonomously with full control over the process from purchase to the final sale of the voucher to the end consumer, as the transaction in vouchers are neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Therefore, pure trading of voucher is would not constitute either supply of goods or service. So for example, I buy the voucher for 98 and I sell for 99. Buying voucher and selling voucher, vouchers are neither goods nor service and vouchers pay GST will not come is what they're telling simply. Such trading of voucher would not be. So they are telling as transaction is voucher is neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Therefore, pure trading of voucher in this case would not constitute either supply of goods or supply of service. So if I am buying voucher and selling voucher, it will be neither supply of goods nor supply of service. It would not constitute a supply only. Accordingly, trading of voucher would not be leviable to GST. Trading of voucher means buying voucher, selling voucher. There is no GST. Answer, this point is clear. Sir, what for example, now here Sodexo company is there and here the buyer is their company. I am a middleman in between. I am an agent in between. I don't buy it on my account and then sell it. No. Sodexo company directly sells it to the company. Sodexo say the vouchers are directly sold directly to him. I am a commission agent in between. I make 1% or 2% commission. I don't buy and sell. No, no, no. Here I am making commission. In that scenario, will GST come on the commission? So they have told, yes, commission pay, the GST will come. See, where vouchers are being distributed using sub-distributor agent on commission or fee basis. In such case, the transaction between the voucher issuer and the distributor or sub-distributor are on principal and agency basis. These arrangements as per agreement between distributor, sub-distributor, agent and the voucher issuer, the main company, and I am the distributor over here who makes the voucher directly go to the people who want to buy, but I am the middleman in between. Okay? May specify a set of obligation on such agent such as marketing, promotion and other related support activity for distribution of the voucher against commission or fees or whatever name called. Sir, what they told, this company who is issuing the voucher, this company who wants to buy the voucher and give it to employee, I am the middleman in between. I told, sir, I will take care of the marketing, I will do this, I will do that, I'll make sure this many vouchers are sold, all marketing, sales, etc. I will take care, I want a commission. Now, in this scenario, vouchers are sold from here to here, but I am the middleman in between who is making a commission, who is going ahead and helping this company in selling the voucher. Then, in such case, distributor or sub-distributor agent do not operate autonomously, do not own voucher and only act as an agent. I'm just acting as an agent. I'm not buying and selling. If I'm buying and selling, then there is no GST. Okay? But here, in such case, GST would be levied on the agent acting as an agent, basically on the distributor, sub-distributor or the agent acting as an agent of the voucher issuer on the commission or fees or by whatever name called for that purpose as supply of service to the voucher issuer. I've gone ahead and given them a service and for which I'm charging a commission. On the supply of service for which I'm charging a commission, GST will. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Yes, sir, this point is clear. So, the next one. People, the first one was what? Sir, whether transaction in voucher would fall under the category of supply of goods or service? No, Baba. Vouchers are basically used as money to settle an obligation. And Baba, there is no GST on voucher. Clarified. Okay, everyone? Vouchers pay. But whatever goods and services being supplied, on that GST will come. On voucher, there is no GST. Secondly, I went ahead and told you, if I am going ahead and buying a voucher and then selling vouchers for a Might be margin. Then in that scenario, buying and selling vouchers pay, there is no GST. It is not supply of goods or not supply of service. But sir, if I'm a commission agent, from here to here, I directly get it sold and I'm making commission in between. On commission, to it's a supply of service. Commission pay GST will. Okay, sir. Then what would be the GST treatment on additional service such as advertisement, co-branding, marketing and promotion, customization service, technology support service, customer support service? I went in and told one company who is issuing voucher, hey, don't worry about it. All your vouchers, I'll get it sold. For the voucher, whatever is the marketing, sales, branding, etc., I will take care. So, Baba, in this scenario, I'm not buying and selling voucher. I'm going in and giving other services in relation to voucher. So any other services which I'm giving, marketing service, branding service, co-branding service, customer support, any of your voucher, any customer could not redeem, will help them with everything. Now, in this scenario, when I'm providing service, it's a supply of service on which GST will come. Simple, they went ahead and told, sir, there may be cases where additional service such as advertisement, co-branding, customization service, technology support service, customer service are provided by the distributor, agent, by or by any other person to the voucher issuer against a service fees, service charge, affiliate charge, or any other amount named by whatever name called as per the contract or agreement between service provider and the service distributor. In such case, the service fees or the service charge or affiliate charge or any other amount for such additional service to the voucher issuer as per the terms of the contract would be liable to GST. It means whatever service I have given, for that I have to go ahead and charge GST and give it to the government. I hope this point is clear to all of you. At the applicable rate in the hands of the service provider. I am the service provider. I went ahead and gave voucher related service, branding, co-branding, marketing, customer service, whatever amount I charge, I should collect GST and give the GST to the government. The next one, sir, what would be the GST treatment on unredeemed voucher? Now you tell me one thing. This voucher which was there, I went ahead and issued. On voucher issuance, so there is no GST. Sir, I went ahead and issued a voucher. On voucher, so there is no GST. Now what happened? When I went ahead and issued a voucher, on the voucher, there is no GST. Now you never redeemed it. It means you never came and bought any goods and service from me. When I never supplied you any goods and service, there will be no GST. It means the voucher which are unredeemed, on that am I required to pay GST? No, they went ahead and clarified. Unused on unredeemed voucher at the end of expiry period are accounted for as breakage in business income. Business, it's a business income. Under income tax, you have to go ahead and pay income tax pay. On that, you have to pay income tax. But here they are telling it is at the expiry period are accounted as breakage in business income statement. Okay? Ambiguities exist regarding GST applicability on breakage and whether it constitutes a taxable supply. Section number 9, GST applies on supply of goods and service, correct? In case of breakage, there is no redemption of voucher and no underlying supply, meaning GST does not apply. Breakage means what, everyone? Whatever unredeemed vouchers are there, those are called breakage. Breakage is shown as an income in your income statement. On that, because when you issued the voucher pe there was no GST. I never went ahead and supplied any goods and service to you. You never redeemed it. Then, Baba, when I never supplied you any goods and service, there will be no GST. It says, section number 231, consideration in relation to supply, but breakage defines consideration, but breakage does not involve actual supply only, hence cannot be construed as consideration. When you never redeemed it, it was never given as a consideration for supply. It says taxable supply requires an express or implicit agreement for payment in exchange for an act or forbearance. When a voucher is issued only for redemption and there is no agreement between issuer and the redeemer making payment on non-redemption, it cannot be a taxable supply. Okay? Thus, the amount attributable to unredeemed voucher breakage does not qualify as consideration for supply, meaning GST is not payable on breakage. Simple as that. I went ahead and issued you a voucher for 1000 rupees. You never came and redeemed this. Now, whatever voucher I issued you, if you come and redeem whatever goods and service I'll supply, on that GST will come. If I issued you a voucher and you never redeemed it, whatever amount I charged you, that is called breakage, and breakage should be shown by me in my income statement as my income. I can't go ahead and charge any GST on this amount. I hope this point is clear to all of you. People, I've gone ahead and written the same thing over here. Just for your summary, you can go ahead and read this. I hope this point is clear. Please tell me, everyone, are we all 100% clear? Chalo. Yes, sir, we are all clear. Chalo, let's go ahead. Everyone over here now. Clarification regarding applicability of GST on penal charges being levied by regulated entities. Now, what happens over here? Banks, financial institution, etc. For example, bank has given me a loan. Now loan ke liye, what happens is if I don't make the payment of the loan on time, what bank will go ahead and charge me is penal interest. Penal interest. It says whether GST is applicable on penal charges being levied by regulated entities in view of RBI clarification directing regulated entities. Regulated entities means banks, etc. Supposingly you don't go ahead and make the loan ka payment on time. So what bank will charge you is penal interest, saying 1,000 rupees the premium, the amount which was payable by you, or might be supposingly you have 20,000 rupees which you have to pay as installment to the bank. Now I am the bank, I've given you a loan for which you have to pay 20,000 rupees. Now 20,000 rupees, if you don't go ahead and pay me on time, I'll go ahead and charge you penal interest. The EMI, if you don't pay me on time, I'll charge you penal interest. What has happened over here is RBI has directed all the banks that you don't charge penal interest. You charge this as penal charges. If you show as penal charges, no, people will be scared and people will go ahead and make the payment just to uh, renamed penal interest as penal charges. That's all. See, to levy penal charges instead of penal interest. What RBI has told banks, whenever person does not pay on EMI on time, don't charge him penal interest. Charge him instead of penal interest, charge the name as penal charges. Okay? The RBI issued instruction directing penal regulated entities like banks, NBFCs to replace penal interest with penal charges for non-compliance with loan term. If you don't go ahead and make the payment on time, if you're not complying with the loan term, instead of going ahead and charging penal interest, I'll go ahead and charge you what? Penal charges. Now, whether these penal charges with GST will come. The objective of penal charges is to promote credit discipline among borrowers. Okay? Why government is telling? Why bank is charging you penal charges? So that you can go ahead and make the EMI etc. ka payment on time and you don't delay. Okay? These instructions are effective from 1/4/2024. Okay? And do not apply to credit card etc. Baba, credit card etc. ke liye it is not applicable. It is only applicable whenever normally loan is given and loan ke liye interest is being taken. On that interest, if you don't make the payment on time, banks will not charge you penal interest. They will charge you penal charges. Okay? Some field formation are of the view, means some government ka department ka officers are of the view that penal charges as payment or consideration for tolerating an act. Bank is charging you. I'm the bank. I'm charging penal charges. Why you know? Because I'm tolerating your act. I told I have given a loan. Loan ke liye I'm charging him EMI, and EMI loan ke liye I'm charging interest and plus penal interest. EMI is what? Whatever principal amount I'm charging, first I'm charging him interest, and if he's delaying, I'm charging him penal interest. But instead of penal interest, I'm charging him penal charges. Is it because bank has tolerated your act of not making the payment on time, and that's why penal charges are being charged? Officers told bank is tolerating your act of not making the payment on time, and hence bank is charging you penal charges. Baba, it is interest, and interest is exempted. Simple. See. So some field formation means some government officers view penal charges as penal and as payment or consideration for tolerating an act or raising questions on GST applicability. Circular number this clarified that payment like liquidated damage for breach of contract are not consideration for tolerating an act but rather serve as deterrent. Means why is the bank charging you penal interest? If you don't pay the EMI on time, bank will charge you penal interest. Why is the bank charging you penal interest? So that you start making the EMI ka payment on time. Or is it because bank wants to tolerate your act? For tolerating your act, bank is charging you penal interest? No. Simple clarification came. The essence of a contract is its performance. Bank wants you to make the payment on time. That is why bank went ahead and told you, please make the payment on time. If you don't make, we'll charge you penal charges. Now, these penal charges which are there are not, means the essence of a contract is its performance, not its breach. Meaning penal charges are meant to prevent non-compliance rather than tolerating it. Bank is not going ahead and charging you penal charges because bank is ready to tolerate. Bank is telling, I don't want you to delay my payments, and that is why I'm charging you penal interest. Now penal interest is renamed by RBI as penal charges. So bank is charging you penal charges. Why? Because bank does not want to tolerate your act. Bank is telling, I want you to make the payment on time. I want you to perform the contract on time. Make the EMI payments on time. Okay? Bank is not telling, I will tolerate your act of not making the payment on time and I'll charge you penal charges. No, it is never like that. And hence, government told it is not for tolerating an act that penal charges are taken. It is bank is going ahead and telling, I want people to make payment on time, and that is why I'm charging penal charges. And penal charges pay GST will not come. Penal charges are for breach of contract terms. Therefore, they fall within the scope of this clarification. As per the recommendation of GST Council, it is officially clarified GST is not payable on penal charges levied by regulated entities like banks, etc., under RBI directive. So what happened over here? So for example, State Bank of India went ahead and gave you a loan, and loan was given to you. Loan ke liye you have to go ahead and make the payment of 20,000 rupees EMI every month. Because you're not making the payment, they went ahead and charged you penal interest. Now that interest pay to anyways GST is not there, but RBI has gone ahead and told them don't charge penal interest, charge penal charges. What are penal charges? Baba, nothing. It is not that RBI has gone ahead and told I am tolerating. No, Baba, it is not for tolerating an act. It is simple. SBI has gone ahead and given a loan to you, for which SBI is charging you normal EMI plus penal interest, which is now being charged as penal charges on EMI, as EMI, which is also money, and on this penal charges which is there is no GST which is there. That's all they have gone and clarified. GST is not payable on penal charges levied by regulated entity under RBI directives. Penal charges or penal interest, there is no GST. I hope this point is clear to all of you people. Quickly tell me, are we all 100% clear till here? Yes, sir, this point is clear. Now, chapter number 2. Everyone listen to very carefully. Supply ka amendments are done. In supply ka chapter, what are the two amendments? First of all, in section number 7.2, schedule 3 में paragraph number 9 and paragraph number 10 has been inserted. Paragraph number 9 and paragraph number 10. ठीक है, sir. Then, I went ahead and told you regulated entities wala point that GST is not payable on penal charges which are charged by banks, NBFCs, financial institutions, etc. Done, sir. This point is clear. Again, one more circular on this vouchers which is there. Vouchers wala circular is over here. Yes, sir. This point is clear. Vouchers wala circular ka 4 summaries also have written over here so that you can read it. Done. Okay. Now, nature of supply chapter. Once goods and service is being supplied. Supply may section number 16 used to come, which used to talk about zero rated supply. Correct, sir? Yes, sir. This point is clear. In section number 16, 1, 2, 3, 4 used to be there. Here, they went ahead and told government on the recommendation of council by notification specify a class of person or a class of goods and service which can be supplied on IGST payment, and you can go ahead and claim a refund of the tax so paid. Now, refund is always claimed under section number 54, right? So, they have told refund which you claim in accordance with section number 54. Nothing. This was just a missing word which was there. That, sir, you go ahead and supply outside India, pay the IGST and claim a refund of the IGST. This refund of IGST is claimed under which section? Section number 54. I hope this point you guys already remember. Yes, sir, nothing. Section number 16 may one small point got added, that refund under section number 54. Okay, sir, we already know section. One additional point in section number 16 of the IGST Act got added. Baba, I hope you guys remember section number 16, zero rated supply. Yes, sir, exports are zero rated, supplying to SEZ is also zero rated. In this, they went ahead and inserted one line over here, which is good line, which you must remember from exam point of view also. Okay? They can give you somewhere in the exam. Notwithstanding anything contained in 3 and 4, they are telling, sir, refund of input tax credit or refund of IGST paid, forget it. I hope you guys remember, exports can be done. Export may, whenever you go ahead and export or you supply to an SEZ, one, you can give value to your bond, then ITC refund is there. Don't give value to your bond, pay full IGST and claim refund of IGST is also there. Yes, sir, we remember this. Now, what they have gone ahead and told, if your goods, which you have gone ahead and exported, under customs are subject to export duty. So, people, 1 minute. If you have gone ahead and exported some goods and which are subject to export duty, then on these goods, you will not get ITC refund also. Or if you have exported on payment of IGST, IGST refund is also not there. That they have gone ahead and told over here. Simple. This was already there earlier. Now they have gone ahead and inserted in section number 16 also. No refund of unutilized ITC on account of zero rated supply. Means if, when you have gone ahead and supplied to SEZ or you have exported, no refund of ITC or of the IGST paid on account of zero rated supply shall be allowed where such zero rated supply of goods are subject to export duty. They are telling under customs, if you are charging, you know what, under customs, if they are going ahead and charging you export duty, no, if they are going ahead and charging you export duty, means they are not encouraging that item, because generally the goods which are exported outside India, no, on that export duty is not there. Government is telling, I don't want to charge export duty because I want to encourage export. Now, if government is charging export duty under custom on an item, it means government is not encouraging the export. The government is telling, when under customs I am not encouraging, under GST if I give you ITC refund or IGST refund, Means I'm encouraging under GST, and hence they went ahead and told under Customs Act, if an item is subject to export duty, under GST Act also, ITC refund also you will not get, or if you have paid IGST and exported, IGST refund also will not give. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Yes, sir. I hope you guys remember that export can be done in two ways. One is you give value to your bond, ITC refund. Now, if your goods are subject to export duty, ITC refund also will not be given. Okay. Secondly, I don't give value to your bond, I pay the IGST and export. This IGST export, IGST paid amount ka also refund will be not be given if your goods which you have exported are subject to export duty. The same point they have gone ahead and inserted under section number 54 in your refund chapter also. Refund chapter mein the only point which they have gone ahead and made an amendment is in refund chapter also they have gone ahead and inserted the same line which I have gone ahead and told you. ITC refund is also not there, IGST refund is also not there. Please tell me everyone, are we all clear with this point? Clear? So, everyone over here now, listen. Now we go ahead and move to the charge of GST ka chapter. Please come to charge of GST, everyone. Please come to charge of GST. And if I go ahead and show you in the chart, in our refund ka chapter also, I've gone ahead and made this change and I've given the chart to you guys in refund chapter. 1 minute here. In refund chapter also, in the chart, I've gone and written this. No refund of annual ITC or IGST paid on account of zero rated supply shall be allowed where such zero rated supply of goods is subject to export duty. So remember this point, everyone. If your goods are subject to export duty, ITC refund not there, IGST paid refund not there. Done. Next. Everyone over here now, charge of GST. Tell me one thing, we started learning GST with goods or service. Goods or service definition, no changes. Goods and service has to be supplied. Supply, I went ahead and already told you the amendments which are there. Okay, sir. Now, supply can be either interstate or intrastate. In this, we come to nature of supply. Nature of supply, where I basically go ahead and tell you inter, intra, and then I teach you zero rated supply. In this, one small change in section number 16 was there, which I've already gone ahead and told you. Now, sir, when goods and service are supplied interstate or intrastate, everyone listen to me very carefully. Interstate, section number IGST gets levied, and IGST gets levied under section number 5. And intrastate, CGST and SGST gets levied, and CGST and SGST gets levied under section number 9. In section number 9, we have section number 9.1, section number 9.2, section number 9.3, section number 9.4, and section number 9.5. Section number 9.1 told about, sir, normally when will GST be levied? Whenever goods, services, and both are being supplied intrastate, CGST will be levied. Correct, everyone? But it will not be levied on alcoholic liquor for human consumption. Here, one small line got added. You know what? To make alcoholic liquor for human consumption, whatever raw material is, not all the raw material, they have gone ahead and told there are two raw material on which whatever GST you pay, what government have told on this two raw material also GST will not come. What are the two raw material? They have gone ahead and told, see, alcoholic liquor for human consumption is anyway non-taxable. To make alcoholic liquor, there is something called undenatured extra neutral alcohol. Undenatured extra neutral alcohol or rectified spirit This is used to make alcoholic liquor. They are telling this is also non-taxable under GST. I hope this point is clear. Only that's all they have gone ahead and told. See, they have told there shall be levied GST on what, everyone? Intrastate supply of goods except alcoholic liquor, and the amendment point this time is except alcoholic liquor for human consumption and undenatured extra neutral alcohol, a rectified spirit, which is used for manufacturing of alcoholic liquor for human consumption. And hence, what does this mean? This means that now, if a person is supplying alcoholic liquor for human consumption, anyways non-taxable under GST, supplying of undenatured extra neutral alcohol, undenatured extra neutral alcohol or rectified spirit, which is basically used to make this alcoholic liquor, on that supply also there is no GST. So if I am supplying undenatured extra neutral alcohol or I am supplying rectified spirit, which you will use to make alcoholic liquor, when I will supply to you, I will not charge you GST, because supplying of undenatured extra neutral alcohol or rectified spirit which will be used to manufacture alcoholic liquor for human consumption also excluded from the ambit of GST, hence now classifiable under non-taxable supply. I hope this point is clear. Now under non-taxable supply and under GST, first thing, alcoholic liquor for human consumption was already there. HP man was already there. So HP man, high-speed diesel, petroleum crude, motor spirit, aviation turbine fuel and natural gas was already there. Now they have gone ahead and told, sir, undenatured, everyone with me, undenatured extra neutral alcohol or rectified spirit which I am going in and supplying so that you will use it to make alcoholic liquor. I will also not go in and charge you in GST because that also becomes not taxable. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Yes sir, this point is clear. Chalo. Now section number 9(1) में the amendment which came, I went ahead and told you. ठीक है sir, undenatured extra neutral alcohol or rectified spirit, no GST. Alcoholic liquor for human consumption was no GST. This is used to make alcoholic liquor. On this also no GST. 9(2) went ahead and told HP man pe there is no GST, but it will come from a date notified by government on recommendation of council. 9(3) told about RCM. In RCM, two entries में amendments are there. But first, tell me everyone, is section number 9(1) clear to all of you? Now, section number 9(3) में RCM में two entries have got amended. Everyone over here. 9(3). Section number 9(3) told about reverse charge or notified. People, number one, I've gone ahead and made the amendment over here. 9(1) में GST will not be levied on alcoholic liquor and undenatured extra neutral alcohol or rectified spirit which is used for making alcoholic liquor. Answer, this point is clear. Now, 9(3), there are two amendments. One is there in the sponsorship service and one more over here. Whenever any unregistered person is renting any immoral property except residential property to a registered person except composition dealer, these 2 points has been added. Everyone over here, listen. What they have gone ahead and told over here is, sir, category of service, I have gone ahead and told sponsorship service. I hope you guys remember earlier it used to go ahead and say any person if he is supplying sponsorship service to whom? Body corporate, or if he is supplying to partnership firm, then they have to pay GST under RCM. Yes sir, we remember we had gone ahead and learned this, that sir, this case में, both the case में RCM is applicable, correct? But now they have gone ahead and told if any person is supplying to body corporate, no, they have gone ahead and told any person other than body corporate. It means if non-body corporate is supplying to body corporate or non-body corporate is supplying to partnership firm, only then RCM will come. Please see this entry, everyone. See, any person other than body corporate, any person other than body corporate, non-body corporate, supplying to body corporate or partnership firm, supplying to body corporate or partnership firm, and partnership firm includes LLP. Done, sir? So I've told the recipient of sponsorship service is liable to pay GST under RCM. Supplier must not be a body corporate. It can be anyone. It should be non-body corporate, means who can be there? Individual, partnership firm, LLP, anyone other than body corporate. Okay, sir? That is, can be individual, AOP, etc. Non-body corporate giving to body corporate, and recipient must be body corporate or partnership firm, and recipient should be located in taxable territory. That's all. So remember, non-body corporate, not a body corporate, supplying to a body corporate or partnership firm, only then RCM will come. Please be very careful in the exam. They went ahead and told Sham Limited provided sponsorship service. Are Sham Limited providing sponsorship service? Sham Limited is a body corporate supplying sponsorship service. Remember one thing, reverse charge will never come, it will be forward charge. Please be very careful about this. Answer, this point is clear. Non-body corporate to body corporate or partnership firm, only then RCM. All other case, forward charge. Done, sir. This point is clear. The next one. Sir, supply of renting, services of renting of any immovable property other than residential property. So it is being supplied by any unregistered person. So for example, my landlord is unregistered. He has given me this commercial pending. He is an unregistered person. My landlord is an unregistered person and he has given me commercial bidding, not residential property. Not a residential property means it can be commercial property. It can be hoarding which is attached to the any mole property other than residential property. For example, I am taking commercial building. If I am a registered person, then I have to pay GST under RCM. Okay? But if he has given me a commercial building and if he is unregistered, not a residential property, if he has given me supposedly a commercial building, on rent, and I am a registered person who is registered as composition dealer, then I don't have to pay GST under RCM. That's what they have gone ahead and told over here. Sir, if you are any person other than person who has opted to pay, registered person other than person who has opted to pay tax under composition scheme. What happens? No, see, composition dealer, if he lands up paying every month 18% GST on the rent, that 18% is a huge amount which he'll go ahead and pay GST. And composition dealers don't go ahead and get credit also, and hence government went ahead and told, okay, fine, composition dealer, you don't go ahead and pay GST under RCM on this rent which you have gone ahead and paid. So, for example, one person has gone ahead. Everyone, tell me one thing. One person has one hoarding which is attached to the earth. This hoarding, this guy is an unregistered. If he's a registered person, he will charge. If he's unregistered and he has given to me and I'm a registered person, I should always pay GST under RCM. But if he has given this hoarding to me and I'm a registered person, hoarding which is attached to the earth is immovable. Yes, sir. Okay. And I am a composition dealer. Baba, composition dealer. I don't have to pay any GST under RCM. Please tell me, everyone. He is unregistered. I am registered but as composition. He is registered. He is unregistered. Number one, he is unregistered. Number two, he is given immovable property. Number three, I am a registered person. Who is what, everyone? Not, if I am a composition dealer, then not required. If I am other than composition, then only I have to pay GST under RCM. Clear, everyone? Can we go ahead? Yes, sir. Clear. Chalo, let's go ahead. Next. Same thing, but number one, RCM is applicable on service of renting of immovable property excluding residential dwelling. We are not talking about residential dwelling because residential dwelling was already dealt with the above one. Correct, sir? Done. Supplier unregistered, recipient will be liable to pay if he is a registered person, but not composition dealer, other than composition dealer. Done, sir. This point is clear. Now, one more small clarification which came. So, people, first tell me one thing. Is this clear? Yes. Fourth point in the sponsorship service amendment, and here 5AB point one small amendment. Okay. Now, in one circular is there relating to Delhi Development Authority. Baba, all these development authorities which are there, like Bangalore Development Authority, Delhi Development Authority, they are not municipality. They are not municipal corporation. For example, if I go and tell you, Bangalore may the municipality which is there is BBMP. Okay? BBMP is the local authority. If they are going ahead, they are local authority. BBMP is a local authority, and BDA, Bangalore Development Authority, is not a local authority. It is not going to perform those functions which are told under 240 GNW. It is not a local authority. And hence, they went ahead and clarified one thing. One small question came in front of the GST Council whether Delhi Development Authority is a local authority. They told no, Baba. Municipalities, panchayats are local authorities. Delhi development authorities, never fall within the definition of local authority. They are not local authority. They are formed by the central government, but they are not local authority. They cannot be treated as local authorities under GST. And hence, you tell me one thing. If Delhi Development Authority goes ahead and does anything which is told under 240 GNW, it will not be neither supply of goods nor supply of service. They will simply, it will come under taxation, everyone. Remember one thing, they are not local authority. If BBMP, our local authority is there, which is doing 240 GNW activity, then it is neither supply of goods nor supply of service. But Delhi Development Authority, Bangalore Development Authority, they are not local authorities. Remember this point from exam point of view. Not very important, but sector specific clarification given by the government that, sir, local authorities means authorities which are similar to elected self-governing bodies such as municipal committees which are entrusted with control and management of municipal or local fund. It has been clarified that development authority cannot be treated as local authority, as Delhi Development Authority does not meet the requirement of local authority. They don't meet the requirement of local authority, which is told under section number 269. This one is by mistake of the CGST Act, and hence they went in and clarified that Delhi Development Authority does not meet the requirement of local authority. Sir, what are the requirements of local authority? Not required, Baba. You just have to remember all these development authorities which are there, Bangalore Development Authority, Delhi Development Authority, all these are not local authority, and whatever function they are going in and doing, even if they are going in and doing under 240 GNW, it is not a local authority, and hence it will not be neither supply of goods nor supply of service. It will become taxable. Please be very careful. The Delhi Development Authority is not considered as local authority. Done, sir. This point is clear, and I have gone ahead and written this down in the chart also. Please come to the next one. The next one is in the chapter of registration, everyone. Please come to registration. Registration may, I hope you guys remember that, sir, When you are applying, everyone please tell me, are we all 100% clear till here? ठीक है, चलो, I'll go ahead and tell you now about the next chapter. The next chapter is registration. Everyone tell me one thing. We started learning GST with goods or service. Goods or service has to be supplied. Supply can be either interstate supply or supply can be either intrastate. Interstate supply, I, GST gets levied. Intrastate, C, GST gets levied. Correct? Once GST gets levied, everyone tell me what happens. Once GST gets levied, GST should be collected and paid by a taxable person. Now, who is a taxable person? GST should be collected and paid by a taxable person. Now, in taxable person, we had gone ahead and learned section number 22, who are the people liable, 23, who are the people not liable, 24, compulsory registration. Now, if 22 and 24 may you become liable, then section number 25 went ahead and told you should take 25.1 went ahead and told you should take registration within the next 30 days. Now, when you go ahead and apply for a registration, rule number 8 used to come, which used to go ahead and say that whenever you go ahead and apply for a registration, everyone listen to very carefully. Now, rule number 8 may we used to go ahead and understand that, sir, your application will be, you have to go ahead and fill your GST REG01 ka part A and part B. And in part B, one Aadhaar authentication used to be there. And sir, if I have gone ahead and told I will do Aadhaar authentication, correct? But if the portal identifies me, even if I have gone ahead and done Aadhaar authentication, everyone listen to very carefully. Who are the people required Aadhaar authentication? Sir, we remember you had gone ahead and told people who are required Aadhaar authentication. Who are the people required? I am the Karta. Individual, authorized signatory, managing and authorized partner, and Karta. These 4 people you had gone ahead and told, sir, are required Aadhaar authentication. If I tell I will do Aadhaar authentication, even if I have done Aadhaar authentication, if portal identifies me, then I have to go for biometric. I hope you guys remember this was already there. And biometric based Aadhaar authentication, basically I had to go to one I had to go to one GST facilitation center, because I have done Aadhaar authentication. I have opted also, done also. But still I am being identified by the portal. So they used to go ahead and tell, please come to our facilitation center. We'll verify your original document. We'll take your biometric. We'll take your photograph, etc. Only then your application is deemed to be submitted. Means only if you have done that process, your application is submitted. Correct. Now, sir, I am required Aadhaar authentication. If I have opted for Aadhaar authentication, I might be called to the facilitation center. I might not be called. If I'm caught by basically if the GST portal identifies me, then I have to go to the facilitation center. Otherwise, I don't have to go. I hope you remember this point. But sir, what if I'm required Aadhaar authentication, but I did not opt only? I told I will not do. If you say no, now rule number 8, they have gone ahead and made an amendment and they have gone ahead and told, if you tell a no to Aadhaar authentication in spite of being required, then your application will be deemed to be submitted only after you first go to the facilitation center, give your photograph, show your original document, only then your application will be deemed to be submitted. See, if I have opted for Aadhaar authentication, required and opted for Aadhaar authentication, then my application is deemed to be submitted when? If I am identified by the portal, then I have to go ahead and do my biometric, only then application is deemed to be submitted. If I am not required, then the day I go ahead and do my Aadhaar authentication, that day my application is deemed to be submitted. This point you already knew. But if I am required authentication and I told no, then gone Baba, gone. They have gone ahead and told, if you go ahead and tell a no, now, see here everyone, I put a star over here. If a person is required Aadhaar authentication, opted for authentication, if you are identified by the common portal based on risk analysis and data analysis and risk parameter, then only if you are identified, remember one thing, only if you are identified, then you have to go for biometric and taking photograph and verification of the original document uploaded at one of the facilitation center which is notified, and application shall be deemed to be complete only after completion of that process. But now they have gone in and told, if a person is required, I am the Karta, individual, authorized signatory, managing and authorized partner, and Karta is required Aadhaar authentication, but does not opt for Aadhaar authentication. If you did not required and did not opt, it shall be mandatorily followed by taking photograph. It means you have to go to the GST ka facilitation center and they will take your photograph. You told I don't have Aadhaar, I will not do. You are required, but you did not do Aadhaar authentication. Might be you don't have Aadhaar. You are required, no? Why didn't you do? If you don't do, your application will be submitted only when? It shall be followed by taking photograph, verification of original document, uploaded with the application at the facilitation center, and the application shall be deemed to be completed only after completion of the whole process. And this rule is applicable to all the state. Please tell me one thing, everyone. Sir, Aadhaar authentication, correct? Uh, when I submitted GST REC01 ka part B, Aadhaar authentication required plus opted also. In this scenario too, portal identified, portal did not identify, did not uh, red flag you. Portal, you are not identified by portal. If portal identifies you, then only you have to do biometric, and then your application is deemed to be submitted. If here portal did not identify, no problem. Your application is submitted when? Your application is submitted on the date of Aadhaar authentication or 15 days from the submission of part B. Okay, everyone? Basically, the date of Aadhaar authentication, your application will be deemed to be submitted. Okay, sir? But if you are part B mein, Aadhaar authentication is required but not opted, then Baba gone. If you have not opted in spite of being required, they are telling beta, please come to GST. This is the main point, which is the amendment point. You have to come to GST Facilitation Center, and GST Facilitation Center mein, they will go ahead and take your photograph plus original document will be checked, and only then your application will be deemed to be submitted. I hope this point is clear. Please tell me, everyone, are we all clear with this point? This is the amendment ka point, that not doing Aadhaar in spite of being required, not opting for Aadhaar means mandatory visiting the facilitation center. Here, if you have opted, required and opted, might visit, might not visit, based on you being identified. Portal identifies, go for facilitation center. Portal did not identify, no problem. But if you have required and did not opt, then so mandatorily you have to go to the facilitation center, and they will go ahead and do the original document of verification, and photograph will be taken. Only then your application is deemed to be submitted. After that, verification will happen, and then registration certificate will be. Please tell me, everyone, do you guys understand this point? That's all I've gone and told over here. GST registrants not opting for Aadhaar authentication must visit the facilitation center for taking photograph and verification of original document. Only then the application shall be deemed to be submitted. Done, sir. Registration chapter mein, this was the only amendment which was there, which we have gone and covered. Now comes your exemption chapter. Please tell me, everyone, are we all 100% clear till here? Okay, people, am I audible? Is everyone back? There's some power issue. Now everything is fine. Let's continue. In 1 second. Okay. Now it's working fine. ठीक है. Chalo. Let's go ahead. Okay. Chalo. Let's go ahead, everyone. Now everything is fine. Yes, sir. Let's go ahead. ठीक है. Now exemption chapter, there is a small section number 11A which has been inserted. Sir, what is section number 11A going ahead and telling? See, section number 11A. So for an example, GST is a new law. Because it's a new law, there was some ambiguity regarding charging of tax. For an example, one item, one particular industry, the whole industry went ahead and did the classification, and they started charging GST at the rate of 5%. But because of ambiguity, not knowingly, but because of an ambiguity, the whole industry in one area thought that this particular item pe rate of GST should be 5%, and they were charging 5%. Now it has come, because of the GST department interpretation, everything, it has come to the knowledge that, oh, the GST rate should be 18. Now they are telling the government that, sir, see, because there was an ambiguity earlier, we did not go ahead and charge 18%, but we charge 5% over so many years. Now, if you start recovering tax, it will be a huge amount, sir. Please don't recover. And hence, government has gone ahead and inserted section number 11A, which goes ahead and gives the government power that government can go ahead and issue a notification and say, okay, fine. whatever is the extra tax which you should have paid, might be the whole industry paid only 5%, we are waiving it off. The power has now been given to the government, where government can issue a notification and say it was 18, now it has come to the knowledge it is 18, you have only charged 5, 13% which is there, we are waiving it off. We will not go ahead and collect it from you. And that waiver ke liye 11A is the power with the government. That is what 11A is telling. Power not to recover GST not levied or short levied as a result of general practice. Because of a general practice, GST was being short levied. Now government is telling that short levy amount which is there, or what was not levied at all, we will not go ahead and recover it now, because it was a general practice being followed by the whole industry. It says, notwithstanding anything, if government is satisfied that a practice was or is generally prevalent regarding levy of CGST, including non-levy, neither ठीक है, regarding levy, whether you are levying 5% instead of 18, or you are not levying at all on any supply of goods service, and such supply where or are liable, such supply are liable, but you are not charging or charging less, are liable to CGST is in case where according to a practice CGST was not being levied. Because of the general practice you are not levying GST at all, but GST is leviable, or higher amount of GST that was or being levied in accordance with the said practice. The government, on the recommendation of the council by notification in the official gazette, direct that the whole of CGST payable on such supply, or as the case may be, the CGST that is in excess payable on the supply. So, sir, because of a general practice, for example, one industry ka one people, they were charging only 5%, or they were not charging at all GST, but later it had come to the knowledge of the GST department that, oh no, this item pay rate of GST is 18, then whatever was not being collected, GST department, government can go ahead and basically issue a notification and say we are waiving it off. It says, but for the said practice shall not be required to be paid in respect of supply on which the central government, the central tax was not levied, or is being levied, or is being short levied in accordance with the general practice. So basically section number 11A empowers the government, on council's recommendation, government can waive off the GST recovery if a general practice led to non-levy or short levy on certain supply. So there was a certain supply for which the GST was not being levied or short levied, and it was general practice. Because of an ambiguity, the whole industry was doing it. Then government says, we will not go ahead and recover the extra GST which you have not paid. We can just go ahead and issue a notification and say, all the GST department officer, please don't go ahead and recover any GST from these people. This ensures relief where consistent tax treatment was followed in good faith. In good faith, the whole industry was charging only 5, or the whole industry was not charging any GST. It was not their mistake. There was ambiguity in the GST law, and they went ahead and interpreted it as only non-leviable to GST or only leviable to 5%. Later, it came out to be 18%. The differential will not be recovered from them. For that, government now has the power that government can issue a notification. That's all, everyone. The next one. Facilities management services provided to Municipal Corporation of Delhi. We will government related services which were already there in section number 11. First of all, one small part I've gone ahead and inserted 11A over here. And in the second chart, which is relating to government, I've gone ahead and written this point over here. Tell me one thing, everyone. Municipal Corporation of Delhi. Municipal Corporation of Delhi. Municipal Corporation. Municipality, the work is 243 G and W. Correct? Maintenance of street light, everyone, maintenance of street light, cleaning of road, etc. Now, if they go ahead and take 240 G and W ka services, to provide these 240 G and W services, entry number 3 and 3A told, when you are going ahead and taking pure service or composite supply where goods is only 25%, and it is in relation to 240 G and W, basically when they are acting as local authority, and Municipal Corporation of Delhi is acting as local authority and providing 240 G and W ka services to the general public, to provide those services, if they take 240 G and W ka services, it is exempted. Correct? Now, what if Municipal Corporation of Delhi is taking facilities management services to manage its own facility? It is taking some services like cleaning of the facility, might be any thing relating to the facility, its own building, relating to its own building. If it is taking any service, whether those services also will be exempted. See, Baba, to provide 240 G and W ka service, if it is taking 240 G and W wala service, it is exempt. But if it is taking facilities management services for its own building, to manage its own building, Municipal Corporation of Delhi is taking the facilities management service for maintaining its own building, whether it will be exempted. So the clarification was, MCD is receiving services such as housekeeping, civil maintenance, furniture maintenance, horticulture for facility from facility management agency for upkeeping of their own office. The issue is which arouse for consideration is whether such services are exempted from GST in terms of section number CL number 3A, which told pure service or composite supply which are given to a local authority who is providing 240 GNW wala service, then this pure services or composite supply where goods is only 25% is exempted. But here it is not using it to provide output service, it is using for its own building maintenance, whether it will be exempted. These services are not linked to function interested under 240 G and W basically W of the Constitution of India. They do not qualify for exemption under entry number 3A, and hence you have to remember that make MCD, which is Municipal Corporation of Delhi, when they are taking facilities maintenance service to maintain its own facility, those services are not exempt from GST. Means if a facilities maintenance agency is going ahead and providing them the service, they will go ahead and charge GST. Please remember this. Done, sir. This point is clear. Next. Education and skill. Baba, I hope you guys remember in education and skill, here skill related one entry was there. Yes, sir. Skill related one entry was there. National Skill Development Corporation. Yes, sir. NSDC was there. The service provided by NSDC. Okay, NSDC ka services are exempted. Sir, I went ahead and told you National Council for Vocational Education and Training, their service is also exempt. Yes, sir. Skill given by National Skill Development Corporation, National Council for Vocational Education and Training, their services are exempted. Yes, sir. Now, I went ahead and told you under them, if there's an awarding body who gives award, basically who goes in and gives participation certificates, etc. Okay, or an assessment agency, under them there's an assessment agency who takes exam. Okay, under them if there is a training body, means who is providing training provider under NCVT, their services will be exempted. A training body which is uh, with an awarding body, accredited with an awarding body that is recognized by NCVT in relation to National Skill Development Program or Vocational Skill Development course or any National Skill Qualification Framework. Baba, all this under the NCVT, if there is a training body, those are exempted. Correct. Now they have gone in and told under the NSDC also, if there is a training partner which is approved by the National Skill Development Corporation. So if I am now here the amendment is there, if I am a training partner under the NSDC and I am providing training to people and I am accredited under whom? NSDC, then my service also will be exempted. This is the only amendment. Everything remains same. The only point over here is if NSDC ke under I am a training partner, my services also will be exempted. So for example, NSD appointed me as a training partner who will give GST related skill programs to people. My training ke liye, whatever amount I am charging, GST will be exempted. This is the new point added over here. Done, sir. And what I've gone ahead and done is I've gone ahead and written this point in the amended chart also in the education wala chart. Here I've gone ahead and written this point. Done, sir. This point is clear. The next one. Now the next one over here is relating to motor vehicle accident fund. People, please tell me, are we all 100% clear till here? Now the next one over here is motor vehicle accident fund. Sir, what is this motor vehicle accident fund? See, Baba, there is a fund which is being created by the government of India, which is called motor vehicle accident fund. Now, supposingly one person was going on the way and he went ahead and hit one person. Now, this person which is being hit by road accident, motor vehicle accident fund actually goes ahead and pays them money. Now, what they are going ahead and telling, so for example, there is one insurance company which is called HDFC Insurance, HDFC Ergo Insurance. Whatever insurance premiums are being paid by people in HDFC, no, HDFC has to contribute some amount in the motor vehicle accident fund. Approximately 10-15% has to be contributed. So what happens? So for example, I'll go ahead and tell like this. For example, one person is there. He went to HDFC Ergo and he told, I want an insurance. HDFC Ergo goes ahead and gives insurance to him. And for the insurance, HDFC Ergo will collect a premium. Correct? From the premium, one amount goes to motor vehicle accident fund. This is a fund which is created by the government of India, motor vehicle accident fund. So from the premium, supposedly 10,000 ka premium is there. From this, every time 1,000 rupees to 10% or 15% HDFC is to contribute to motor vehicle accident fund. Sir, what is the work of motor vehicle accident fund? Supposingly I am going on the way and I hit someone. Now, when I hit someone, motor vehicle accident fund say one money will be paid to this person. Motor vehicle accident fund will go ahead and pay the amount to this person. And that is what they are going ahead and telling. Services of insurance provided by motor vehicle accident fund constituted under section number 164B of the Motor Vehicle Act against contribution made by insurers out of the premium collected for third party insurer. Sir, HDFC, these people collect premium. From this premium, the money is given in motor vehicle accident fund. Whenever somebody ko, any person hits and runs away, this person ko, money is being given by motor vehicle accident fund. So what they are going in and telling, any service which is being provided, services of insurance provided by whom? Motor vehicle accident fund, whatever services they are going in and providing, services of insurance, basically they are providing services over here. So government is telling over here, this motor vehicle, not here, he is not providing service, he is going in and paying him money. So government is telling this motor vehicle accident fund, whatever services they are going in and providing, basically if anyone is hit by so all this hit and run case, which is that people run away. Now what happens with motor vehicle accident fund may HDFC, all these insurance companies, no, whatever premium they collect, no, they have to pay 10-15% always to the motor vehicle accident fund. So motor vehicle accident fund, what it does, if anybody is hit on the road, it will go ahead and pay them money. So it is also providing insurance ka services. So government is selling services of insurance provided by whom? Motor vehicle accident fund constituted under section number 164B of the Motor Vehicle Act against contribution made by insurer. So basically, when they are going ahead and helping these people, who pays the money? Who pays the money when they are providing services of insurance? These companies pay them money and they provide the service wherein they help the people, accident happens. So basically what they are telling over here is whenever anybody is hit and run, somebody hit him by car and ran away. Now this person go, money will be given by motor vehicle accident fund for helping him in getting all the treatment and all that. So motor vehicle accident fund is actually providing a service for which the premium comes from the various insurance companies. So that is what they are telling over here. Service of insurance provided by motor vehicle accident fund against contribution made by insurers. Insurers pay them the money and they help these people whenever their accident etc will happen. So now this amount pay, whatever amount etc comes over here, there's no GST which is there. Any services of insurance which is provided by motor vehicle accident fund, the amount which is given by the insurers etc, there'll be no GST. It says against contribution made by insurer out of the premium collected for third party insurance of motor vehicle, and they have gone ahead and given one insurance definition also over here. What do you mean by insurer? Not very important. Insurer basically means the insurance company like HDFC, Ergo, Axis Bank, etc. You can remember. It says insurance company. Insurer means an insurance company, a statutory body which is LIC carried set up under an act of parliament, or an insurance cooperative society. There is no GST which is there. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Yes, sir, this point is clear. Let's go ahead next. So services provided by motor vehicle accident fund against contribution made by whom? Insurers. This insurer are giving the contribution and these people are providing the service. On this service, there will be no GST which is there, and hence on the contribution, there will be no GST which is collected. Out of the premium collected for third party insurance of motor vehicle exempt. So basically, whenever any people buy insurance, third party insurance may, whatever premium is collected from that, one amount is being contributed over here. On this amount, there is no. Done, sir. This point is clear. Baba, nothing. One supply of services by way of providing meter equipment on rent. Sir, on this, government had gone ahead and already told services by way of providing meter equipment on rent, testing, transformer, all this testing for meter, transformer, capacitor, releasing electricity connection, shifting of meter, issuing duplicate bill. On this pay, there was no GST. Here it was told where which are ancillary or incidental to the supply of transmission and distribution, it was written. Now it is called transmission or distribution. And word has been replaced with or. This and was by mistake. Whether I am providing transmission facility or I am providing distribution facility, I am transmitting or I am distributing. Along with that, if I am providing meter rental, shifting of meter, duplicate bill, those are ancillary services and those are also exempted. Simple, they have gone in and told, sir, providing meter equipment on rent, etc. Meter equipment on rent, testing of meter, transformer, capacitor, then releasing electricity connection, shifting of meter, service line, etc. Issuing duplicate bill. All these are incidental or ancillary service. In relation to what? Transmission or distribution, all these are ancillary service. Earlier, the word and was there, nothing, Baba, no amendment. Thus, the word and has been deleted or has been put over here. Done, sir. This point is clear. Nothing is there. I hope you guys remember, sir. Here, listen carefully. One shopkeeper is there. ठीक है, Mr. Ram. ठीक है. One madam came. She told, sir, I want to buy something. Now, the shopkeeper, what he did? He went ahead and sold the goods. She made the payment using card. Supposingly, if she is using card up to 2000 rupees, if he swipes the card, his bank, which is known as the acquiring bank, will collect the money from her bank. So my bank, the shopkeeper ka bank which is there, my bank, for example, I am the shopkeeper, this is my bank. My bank, because he is collecting the money from her bank, she swiped a card, right? So from her bank, my bank will collect the money. For collecting this money, my bank will go ahead and is basically providing me service wherein I swipe the card. My bank is providing me a service for which my bank will go ahead and charge me, might be 10 rupees for this whole transaction, wherein I am the shopkeeper, you gave me your card, I swiped your card. My bank will collect from your bank money. For this collecting money from your bank, basically my bank has given me a service for which my bank will charge me amount. On this amount, my bank will not charge me any GST if the swipe amount was up to 2000 rupees. Do you remember this point, everyone? Do you remember this point, everyone? We had already learned this in class. Yes, sir, that whenever one person swipes a card up to 2000, on swiping card up to 2000, whatever my bank charges will be there, my bank will not charge me any GST. Yes, sir, we remember this point. Now, relating to this, one clarification has come. Now, you know what, everyone? This bank, my bank, which is there, which is actually collecting the money from the buyer's bank, my bank is giving me a service where it is collecting whatever charges it is taking, it will not charge me any GST because it is collecting the money from them. Whatever charges it will take, it will not charge me any GST. Okay. Why? Because the swipe was only up to 2000. Now here one question was asked that instead of bank, what if it's a payment aggregator? Payment aggregator, or it's a payment gateway. And your payment aggregator, instead of bank, my payment aggregator or payment gateway is collecting the money from the customer, and my payment gateway is charging me something, or payment aggregator is charging me something. If the collection is only up to 2000, will GST come or no GST? Sir, first let's understand what is payment gateway. But first you tell me, everyone, did you understand this above wala point? This above wala discussion which I explained, did you understand? Yes, sir, this point is clear. Now listen. Let's understand this point again. Everyone here. This one shopkeeper, Ram. Me. Supposingly you came to my shop. You told, sir, I want to buy something. I told, okay, madam, what do you want to buy? Sir or madam, what do you want to buy? You went ahead and told, I want to buy a sari. I told, okay. I went ahead and sold you a sari. For the sari, 2000 rupees you have to pay me. So for giving me this, you used a card. Now what will I do? I will swipe the card. So there behind me, actually when I swipe a card, no, my bank is there, which is called the acquiring bank. Okay, sir? It's called the acquiring bank. Who is basically, when I swipe the card, no, my bank will help me collect money from your bank. From your bank, the money has to come to my bank. So my bank is basically helping me in collecting the money from your bank. Done, sir? For providing this service, my bank is providing me a service for collecting the money from your bank. Because of this service, my bank will charge me bank charges. If the swipe is up to 2000, whatever charges my bank is taking, 100 or 10 rupees, my bank will not charge me any GST. Okay, sir? Now, you know what, everyone? Instead of bank, supposingly it's payment aggregator or it's payment gateway, then what will happen? So there they went ahead and clarified. So for an example, you went on my website, okay, rameshsoni.com. Okay, you went on my website to buy something. You are a student over here. Okay. Now what will happen is, whenever you go on my website and you place an order So basically, my website say the goods will be sold to you. When you make a payment, no, when you make a payment through payment gateway, payment aggregator. One is a payment aggregator. I went ahead and took a payment aggregator service. What is a payment aggregator, sir? You will see when you go ahead and place an order nowadays, you will see UPI option is there. You will see, sir, card option is there. You will see net banking option is there. Sir, you will see debit card is there. Credit card is there. Sir, all these options are there. Wherein you can use any UPI which is there, any debit card, any credit card, anything. So, and make the payment to me. And what they will do, they will keep collecting the money. What payment aggregators do? However, you make the payment. Student A made the payment, student B, student C, student 3, 4, 5, everyone made the payment. They will keep collecting the money. Okay? What these people do? They are like bank only. They will keep collecting the money from the respective student ka bank. Okay? And they will hold the money for 1 or 2 days and then they will release the money to me. Now, what question which arose was whether these payment aggregators can also be considered like the bank only. And hence, the clarification which came was yes, payment aggregators can be considered as an acquiring bank only because when you read acquiring bank definition, it goes ahead and says it can be a bank, financial institution, or any other person who is basically collecting the money. So you tell me one thing. Yes, sir, they are also collecting the money. What does payment aggregator do? Whenever you make the payment, no, you came on my website, you bought a book or you bought a class, the payment will come to payment aggregator, who is basically Razor Pay. You would have seen on website what will happen. Razor Pay, all this will open. What is a Razor Pay? Razor Pay is nothing other than payment aggregator. What they will do, they will keep collecting the payment from the student ka respective bank accounts. Okay? They will aggregate the payment and then after 1 day or 2 days they will release the payment to me. Here they have gone ahead and clarified that payment aggregators who are there are, whenever they collect an amount and release it to me, if the amount is up to 2000 rupees, then whatever charges they are taking, because they are providing me a service, right? Whatever charges they will take from me, might be 10 rupees, 20 rupees for collecting an amount from the student, where the amount is up to 2000, then they will also not collect any GST. Please tell me, everyone, is this point clear to all of you? So Baba, payment aggregators, who are payment aggregators? Baba, whenever you go on my website and you want to buy a class, you will see one Razor Pay ka link will open, wherein net banking, UPI, debit card, credit card, all the payment facility will be there. You can use any of the payment facility. What Razor Pay will do, it will collect the money from your bank. It will collect the money from your bank and it will release the payment to me after pulling in. So first, Razor Pay will collect the money in its account and then it will go ahead and give me the amount after deducting its commission. Now here in this scenario, Razor Pay is also considered as acquiring bank, and whenever the amount collected is only up to 2000, whatever charges it is taking from me, it will not charge any GST. Done, sir. This point is clear. But, sir, there's something called a payment gateway also. Now, so for an example, this is rameshsoni.com. And here, there's one student. Okay? You came on my website. Now, I went to my bank, for example, HDFC Bank. And I told HDFC Bank that I want to collect the money from my student directly in my bank account. So, I have HDFC Bank bank account. Okay? In my bank account, I want the money. Now, whenever student will come on my website, they can buy the classes. When they buy the classes, the money should directly come to my bank account. What HDFC told? No, HDFC told, sir, PayZapp. We have an app called PayZapp. Pay quick, whatever. Sir, we have something called Pay Quick, which is a payment gateway. Payment gateway. Listen to me very carefully. In payment gateway, what happens? No, what HDFC Bank has done, HDFC Bank has developed one payment gateway, wherein in the payment gateway, no, HDFC Bank is telling a student can come, he can use his debit card, credit card, he can use net banking. Not many options will be there. Not all the options will be available in a payment gateway. This is a payment gateway which is developed by HDFC. Nothing, Baba. It just serves as a funnel. Whenever a student will come, he will make the payment here. The payment will directly go to my bank account. This is called payment gateway. It's just a gate. You came, you made the payment. The gate opened, the payment directly went to my bank account. Here, these are called payment gateways. This is a technology. so that you don't have to ask the student his bank account number. Student will not ask me, Ramesh sir, what is your bank account number? What is your IFSC code? I will make the payment directly in your bank account. Make the payment directly into my bank account. What I did, I went ahead and took HDFC Bank one payment gateway service. What is a payment gateway service? Where student will not ask my bank account details and all. He will directly make the payment over there in the payment gateway, and payment gateway said directly money will go to my bank account. That's called a payment gateway, which is just a technological platform which is provided by HDFC Bank. It is integrated on my website, so you will make the payment and payment will directly go to my bank account. HDFC Bank will not hold the payment. So here HDFC Bank is providing me technological support. For providing this technology, HDFC Bank will charge me a commission. It's providing a service to me for which it will charge me a commission of 20 or 30 rupees. This commission pay GST will come. He told, sir, this is for providing the technology. I integrated the technology in my bank, in my website. You made the payment, directly payment came to my bank account. HDFC Bank does not hold my payment in between over here. The payment gateway does not hold my payment. But payment aggregators, what they do, you come to the payment aggregator, they aggregate all the payment. From here, UPI payment, this payment, this payment, this payment. Students keep making the payment. They hold the payment in their account, and then they release the payment to me. These are called payment aggregators. And payment aggregators, they are going ahead and telling, is covered under acquiring bank ka definition, and hence their service ke liye whatever charges they are taking, there will be no GST if the amount is up to 2000 rupees. I hope this point is clear to all of you, but this is not applicable in case of payment gateway, because payment gateways are just technological platform which is provided as a gateway. You made the payment and the payment directly went to my bank account. So for the technological platform, whatever amount is being taken by HDFC Bank from me, those amount pay HDFC Bank will charge GST even if the amount collected is less than 2000, more than 2000, doesn't matter. I hope this point was clear to all of you. That's all they have wanted and told. See, whether GST exemption under serial number 34, which goes ahead and says acquiring bank services exempt up to 2000 rupees, whatever acquiring bank is going ahead and charging me the commission, if the amount charge is up to, if the amount of swipe is up to 2000, they will not go ahead and charge me any GST. Sir, services by an acquiring bank to any person in relation to settlement of an account amount up to 2000 in a single transaction transacted to debit card and credit card. Everyone over here, see, whenever anyone has done a transaction up to 2000 rupees, whatever my bank is going ahead and charging me, if that amount pay GST will not come, because debit card, credit card swipe is up to 2000 rupees. Acquiring bank means any banking company, financial institution, NBFC, or any other person who makes the payment to any person who accepts credit card or debit card. Basically, this is the acquiring bank, and they have gone ahead and told in the acquiring bank definition, this any other person means payment aggregators are also covered, but not payment gateways. I hope this point is clear to all of you, and that is what I have gone ahead and covered over here. Yes, sir. Exemption of 2000 per transaction applies to payment aggregators and does not apply to payment gateway service. Is the point clear to all of you? Yes, sir. Clear. The same thing there, what I have explained, I've gone ahead and written over here. Chalo, let's go ahead and move to the next chapter. The next chapter is tax invoice ka chapter. People, this motor vehicle accident fund wala point, and this I've just gone ahead and given so that you can remember here. You can write and keep payment aggregator services exempt up to rupees 2000 per transaction. But not applicable to payment gateway services. So if I'm a payment aggregator, I aggregate all the payment. If I've collected an amount of 2000, for that, whatever charges I'm taking from the from me, basically, if I'm a payment aggregator, from the customer, whatever charges I'm taking, if I've collected 2000 rupees from you, from the customer, So from this person for whom I am going ahead and giving this payment aggregator service, whatever amount I am charging as charges, I will not charge any GST. Done, sir. This point is clear. Chalo, please write this point over here and keep. So value of supply may one chart I have inserted extra. So I've got new chart, which is basically was not there. So I've gone ahead and given this chart. There's no amendment although, but this was a new chart which I've gone ahead and inserted. So I've gone ahead and provided these two charts which are there. This chart also some changes are there, and this chart also some changes. Amendment is not there. Prior ka chart only some amendments were there. Some changes were there. So I've gone ahead and given this chart so that students who have the prior version can use this chart. Now tax invoice chapter mein one small change has come. Please come to tax invoice chapter. Now, tax invoice chapter mein, what is the amendment? See, Baba. Section number 31(3) mein, they used to go ahead and say that if you are receiving services, everyone, if you are receiving services from a registered person or an unregistered person, if he has gone ahead and given you a service on which you have to pay GST under RCM, if he is a registered person, he will give you a tax invoice. Correct, sir? I don't have to make any invoice. He will give me a tax invoice. But if he is an unregistered person and I have to pay GST under RCM, then Baba, section number 31(3)(f) told you have to go ahead and make your own invoice, which we had gone ahead and told it's called a self invoice. Yes, sir. This self invoice, earlier it was told on the date of receipt of goods or service or both, you should make the self invoice. Now they have gone ahead and told you should make the self invoice within 30 days from receipt of goods or service or both. They have told, see here everyone, 31(3)(f), if you are liable to pay tax under RCM, you shall within how many days? 30 days of receipt, issue an invoice in respect of goods services received from unregistered person, including TDS deductor. So what they are telling everyone, unregistered person and TDS deductor, who is Department of Central Government, State Government, Local Authority, Governmental Authorities, Governmental Agencies, or any person notified by the government. Yes, sir. These are called TDS deductor. Baba, section number 51, TDS deductors. Yes, sir. So if TDS deductor, then also will be considered as unregistered person only. And me being the recipient, I should make myself invoice and it should be from 30 days from the date of receipt of goods, services or both. Tell me one thing. Supplier is registered. He will give me a tax invoice. I don't have to make. But supply is unregistered and I'm the recipient and I have to pay tax under RCM, I should make my own self invoice. When should I make my self invoice? Within 30 days from the day I've received the goods, services or both. That's all, everyone. It says, and Baba, remember one thing, supplier unregistered means what? So it says within a period as may prescribe, you should make your self invoice. And suppliers who is not registered will always include whom, everyone? TDS deductor. Rule number 47A, time limit for issuing tax invoice where recipient is required to issue invoice, where an invoice is required under 31(3)(f), which is when a person is liable to pay tax under RCM, he shall within 30 days from the receipt issue a self invoice. Baba, time limit for self invoice given. Remember, time limit for self invoice, if you are buying from unregistered person or TDS deductor, you should make your own invoice within how many days? 30 days. Done, sir. This point is clear. That's all has been told. Now, E-way bill ka chapter में one small amendment. Before that, this is the only amendment in the tax invoice ka chapter. Done, sir. E-way bill ka chapter में one small point they have gone ahead and told. Sir, I am unregistered, but I want to raise one e-way bill. Or, sir, you remember handicraft supplier who are transporting goods from one state to another state, irrespective of their turnover, irrespective of their consignment value, they had to go ahead and mandatorily raise the e-way bill. Yes, sir. Handicraft supplier who are unregistered, Baba, exempted from compulsory registration, but not exempted from e-way bill. Handicraft supplier who are taking goods from one state. People, tell me one thing. Who are the people required to raise e-way bill? Number one, your consignment value is more than 50,000, you are required. Intra or inter doesn't matter. Sending goods from one state to another state for job work, mandatorily required. If you are a handicraft supplier who are exempted from registration under section number 24(1) and 2, casual taxable person, or interstate supplier of handicraft goods or craftsman goods which are majorly made by hand, exempted from registration but not e-way bill. Now, when they have to generate e-way bill, they are telling how to generate. So, government went ahead and told, if you are a unregistered person and you are required to generate, the handicraft supplier who are exempted from registration or unregistered person who is opting to generate e-way bill, How will I generate? Just go online, submit GST ENR03 on the portal, and one unique e-way bill number will be given to you. That's all, everyone. Tell me one thing. Your exam question, they will tell you, Mr. Ram is an unregistered handicraft supplier taking goods from one state to another state. Consignment value not to be seen, e-way bill is required to be generated. How will you generate e-way bill? Nothing, Baba. Go online, fill GST ENR03, and one unique e-way bill number will be given to you. That's all they have gone ahead and told. Sir, unregistered person required handicraft wala to generate e-way bill in form e-way bill form number 1, or an unregistered person opting to generate in form e-way bill form number 1. Baba, how will you generate? EWB01 mein. First, you should submit electronically on the common portal ENR03 GST the details electronically in the form GST ENR03. Submit either directly or through the facilitation center, and upon validation, a unique enrollment number shall be generated and communicated. What they are telling over here? You will be given one unique enrollment number. So people, 1 minute. I am an unregistered person who wants to generate, or unregistered person which handicraft wala who has to generate. First, what will they do? ENR03 mein they will take unique enrollment number, and now they will go to the GST portal and fill the EWB01 form part A and part B and generate the e-way bill. So, sir, to generate e-way bill, if you are an unregistered person or unregistered person who is required to generate the handicraft wala, first you have to go online, take enrollment, and then you can fill EWB01 form GST EWB01, and you can generate your e-way bill. Done, sir. This point is clear. Unregistered person required or choosing to generate must submit ENR03 on common portal, and you will be given one unique enrollment number. Now you have enrollment number. You can generate your e-way bill by filling which form? E-way bill form number 1. That's all. One single line point which has come. Time of supply chapter mein. Now we'll go to the time of supply ka chapter. People, are we all clear till here? Yes, sir. Okay. Time of supply ka chapter mein, section number 12 used to go ahead and talk about time of supply in case of goods. There is no changes. Section number 13 used to go ahead and talk about time of supply in case of services. Everyone listen to me very carefully. Very, very important from exam point of view. Time of supply in case of services. One small point has come, which it is going ahead and telling. Section number 13.3 RCM. In case you are the recipient and you have to pay GST under RCM. This is the point over here. A, B was there. Now C point also has come. Listen to me very carefully. If I am a recipient who has to pay GST under RCM, time of supply in case of services where tax has to be paid under RCM, you have to see who has to pay the GST? Recipient. Now you have to see, is the recipient registered person? Is the recipient unregistered person? Is the recipient a registered person? Is the recipient an unregistered person? If the recipient is a registered person, you have to always remember date of payment. People, tell me one thing. You have to take supplier. You have to take your supplier. If your supplier is a registered person, he will give you the tax invoice. He will go ahead and give you the document, right? So in this scenario, if your supplier is registered, you have to take the date when you made the payment to the supplier, or 61st day from the date of invoice given by the supplier, whichever is earlier. Simple. But sir, if my supplier is unregistered, then you have to remember one thing. The day you made the payment to the supplier, the day you are the recipient, you have to pay GST under RCM. The day you made the payment to him, which is your book entry or debit in the bank account, whichever is earlier, the day you made the payment, or now in this scenario, you have to raise self-invoice. No. So it says, sir, earlier of date of payment or 61st day, or earlier date of payment or the day you raise the self-invoice. Because you are unregistered. Supply is unregistered. Recipient has to raise the self-invoice. So when I raise the self-invoice, whichever is earlier. Tell me one thing. If supplier is a registered person, when will I pay the GST? People, remember this. If your supplier is a registered person, you have to pay GST when? Sir, if my supplier is a registered person, I will pay the GST the day I made the payment to him. When did I make the payment? Book entry or debit, whichever is earlier. I will make the payment. Okay? Date of payment. Or from supplier's invoice, I have to take 61st day, whichever is earlier. Okay? But supplier is unregistered, sir. I'm the recipient. I have to pay GST under RCM. Supplier is unregistered. I'll raise my self-invoice. The day you made the payment or self-invoice, whichever is earlier. That's all. They have gone ahead and told. sir, if your supply is registered, he will give you the invoice. So date of the day you made the payment to him, or 61st day from the invoice, or the date of payment, or unregistered supplier, right? The recipient will raise the invoice, self-invoice date, whichever is earlier. That's all they have gone ahead and told. Very, very important from exam point of view. Please be very careful. Done, sir. This point is clear. That's all what I've gone ahead and done. If supply is registered, if supply is invoice is issued by supplier, then 61st day, or if recipient is issuing the invoice, date of issue of invoice by the recipient, that is self-invoice. Self-invoice date. Done, sir. This point is clear. That's all has been told over here. Please, please, please remember this. Very, very important from exam point of view. Done, sir. Now we come to ITC ka chapter. Everyone tell me one thing. Now input tax credit में sir section number 16 input tax credit में section number 16 to B was there. Section number 16 to B used to say you can go ahead and take the input tax credit only if you have received the goods, services, or both. You should have received the goods, services, or both, only then you can take the input tax credit. Section number 16 used to go ahead and say you should have received the goods, services, or both, only then you can go ahead and take the input tax credit. Okay, sir. Now, sir, I went ahead and ordered some goods from a person in Delhi. For example, I ordered goods from a person in Delhi, some cars. I have a showroom in Karnataka. This factory is in Delhi, and my showroom is in Karnataka. Now, this person told, please come and collect the goods from my factory. Okay. I told transporter, please collect the goods. This guy went ahead and gave the goods to my transporter. Tell me one thing. On my direction, he gave the goods to my transporter, handed over to the transporter. I have not received the goods yet in my factory. Can I go ahead and take the ITC? Did you understand what I'm trying to tell? Because this guy told, sir, please come and collect the goods in my factory. So I went ahead and told one transporter, Ram Transport. I told, sir, can you please collect the goods and get it to my factory? The day the goods are handed over to him, can I consider it as deemed received? Because received wala concept was what, everyone? If he gives me the bill but gives it to someone else on my direction, that is deemed as received. On my direction, I told him, please give the goods to the transporter. So when the goods are handed over to the transporter, can it be deemed as received by the recipient, and can I take the ITC is the question. So they went ahead and clarified that whenever a goods are sold on X works basis. X works basis means the supplier went ahead and told, I will go ahead and give the goods at my factory gate. You can take it and go. I went ahead and told my transporter, please take the goods in your truck and get it to me. So when my transporter receives it, can I go ahead and take the ITC? The clarification was given. Yes, Ramesh, you can take the credit when the goods are handed over to the transporter. It is deemed that you have received it and you can go ahead and take the credit. Not required that the goods should actually reach to a factory. When the goods are handed over to the transporter, it is deemed that you have received it and you can go ahead and take the credit. That is the clarification given here. Can ITC, clarification on availment of ITC and as per section number 16 to B, in respect of goods which have been delivered by the supplier at his place of business under X works. So here, in automobile sector, the contract between the automobile dealer and the original equipment manufacturer, sir, original equipment manufacturer, factory wala, and the automobile dealer is generally X works contract. There, as per the terms of the contract, the property of the vehicle passes to the dealer at the factory gate. Means at my factory gate only, you have to collect and go. Now it is not my responsibility. So when the goods are handed over to the transporter, at the instance of the dealer and the delivery on the part of OEM is complete, original equipment manufacturer says, my work is done. I have handed over the goods at my factory. Now, the transport may be arranged by original equipment manufacturer, and where the insurance is arranged, it may be done on behalf of the dealer. Doesn't matter. Any claim in case of launch has to be launched by the dealer. It means whose responsibility it is now? Dealer. Anything happens to the cars, whose responsibility? Dealer's responsibility, because he told my work is done when I've given the goods outside my factory. So here the question case, which issue which arose for consideration is whether ITC can be availed by dealer only after the vehicles are physically received at the business premises, or ITC can be availed on the date the vehicles are billed to him and handed over to transporter by OEM at his factory gate. So my question is, can this guy take the ITC when the goods actually reach from here? This truck actually reaches over here, the goods are received in the factory, or when the goods are handed over to the transporter only, can I take the ITC? So they have gone ahead and clarified over here. Yes, sir. The ITC can be availed on the date the vehicles are built and handed over to the transporter by the original equipment manufacturer at the factory gate. So, sir, if it was handed over on 1st, received on 10th, can you tell me, everyone, when can I go ahead and take the credit? I can take the credit as a buyer on 1st only, because first the responsibility, the whole thing was transferred in my name. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Yes, sir, this point is clear. And now you tell me one thing. Supposingly, now the goods are handed over here. First, I took the credit. What if later, where the goods were coming on the way, goods lost, goods stolen? Then, Baba, I can't take the ITC. Okay? If the goods got lost, stolen, then ITC gone. Sir, what if when the goods were coming on the way, one car you took and you started using for personal purpose? Then, Baba, you will not get the credit. Remember one thing, they have gone in and clarified. Sir, no ITC if goods are used for non-business purpose. This is normal thing. And goods are lost, stolen, destroyed, written off, or disposed of by way of gift or sample, then credit will not be there. Otherwise, at his factory gate, when the goods are there, when goods are handed over, I can go ahead and take the input tax credit. Done, sir. This point is clear. But, sir, on the way, if goods are lost, stolen, destroyed, then I will not get the credit. Done, sir. This point is clear. Section number 17.5. Before that, section number 16 mein, this point, one small point, I've gone ahead and inserted over here only. In your ITC ka section number 16, ITC ka second chart mein, this clarification I've gone ahead and put over here. Done, sir. Next one. Section number 17 mein, one point was there. If tax is paid in accordance with section number 74, 129 and 130, tax paid. Baba, section number 129 and 130 was basically when section number 129 and 130 mein you never pay tax, you pay penalty, and penalty ka you never get credit. Section number 129 and 130 is basically seizure and confiscation wala. Sir, on the way, if your truck is stopped, all those time pay you pay penalty, and penalty ka credit is never. Penalty anyways, you don't get credit. Okay? So these two sections are deleted. Next, they have left only section number 74 over here. It means, and now you know what, I will teach you the amendment now. Section number 73 and 74 is only valid till 2023-24. So what they have gone ahead and told now is, sir, any tax paid under section number 74, which is because of fraud, willful misstatement and suppression, demand order in case of fraud, willful misstatement and suppression, and you paid any tax because of that fraud in respect of any period up to the financial year 2024, because after 2024, now section number 74A has come. And you know what, everyone? 73 and 74 is no more there. Section number 73 and 74 now has been merged in 74A. Okay? So, Baba, any tax which was paid under section number 74 because of fraud, willful misstatement or suppression up to the financial year 2024 only is remaining. Earlier it used to say any tax paid under 74, 129, 130. Baba, 129 and 130 mein you never pay tax, you pay penalty, and penalty ka credit is not there. Hence, redundant section deleted from here. Useless section for this. Okay? And 74 is only valid up to 2024. So they have written any tax paid under section number 74 in respect of any period up to 20 and 24. You will not get the credit. After 23 and 24, now section number 74A has come. And 74A may, if you pay any taxes, that ka credit is allowed. It is no more blocked. Done, sir. This point is clear. That's all they have written over here, and I've gone ahead and told you 129, 130 was there, which were not relevant over here, hence deleted. Section number 74 still remains, and they're telling section number 74 fraud may, if you pay any tax up to the year 2024, you will not get any credit. After 2024, now new section 74A is inserted, and 74A may, whatever tax you pay, you will get the credit. Don't worry about it. Done, sir. This point is clear. E-commerce may one specified premises which was there, one small e-commerce may they have gone. You remember specified premise was there in case of restaurant service. This is not applicable for September exam. It is not applicable for September. It is only applicable for January 26 exam. Nothing, Baba. Specified premise के लिए you already knew. So Baba, September student can skip this portion. ठीक है? This is only applicable for January student. You guys can just read it. January students also you can just read it. Not very important, although still you can read it. For January, if I release one small amendment of 1 hour or half an hour, then I'll go ahead and explain this. This is only applicable for January exam. September student not applicable. Okay, sir. Now here, I hope you guys remember in case of e-commerce operator, for an example, Zomato. This is restaurant and this is the customer. ठीक है? Customer places the order comes over here, restaurant supplies the service. On this restaurant service, section number 95 told, always Zomato or whoever is the e-commerce operator, they will collect the GST and pay the GST under section number 95. Please tell me, do you guys remember this? Yes, sir, we remember this point, but some clarification has come with respect to this point. Everyone here now. So what happened? This one restaurant is there, one customer is there. Customer went online to Zomato. Zomato say order came over here. Customer food was sent. Now in this case, it was told that Zomato has to pay the tax under section number 95 by collecting the tax. Now here some clarification is being given. Let's understand the clarification. Whether the e-commerce is required to pay tax under section number 95 is liable to reverse proportionate ITC on input and input service to the extent of supply under section number 95. They are going in and telling Zomato is paying the tax under section number 95. For example, 1 lakh rupees ka food items which are there, on that section number 95 may it is collecting the tax and it is paying the tax. Now 1 lakh rupees ka supply which is there, see, Zomato might be going ahead and providing other services like what? It is going ahead and providing listing services to the restaurant for listing them. Okay? It is charging commission to the restaurant. It is giving listing services. It is giving marketing service. Lot of services are being provided by Zomato to restaurant. Plus, those are taxable service. Plus, 9.5 ka service pay it is paying tax under 9, paying the tax to the government by collecting from the customer. Is the 9.5 wala service considered as if exempt supply? And can we, whatever Zomato ka input tax credit is there with respect to input and input service, with respect to 9.5, is it required to reverse the credit? Means, sir, Zomato providing listing service, marketing service, commission, whatever it is charging is taxable. 9.5 wala supply, can we consider it as exempt supply and reverse the credit of input and input services? Huh? Government told Baba there is no reversal which is required. So Zomato, whatever services it is taking, full ITC of input and input services given, there is no reversal required. For its this service, and Baba, Zomato is providing other services to the restaurants also, no? For other services, doesn't matter. What they have simply clarified is there is no reversal, etc. required. It is clarified that e-commerce, which is liable to pay tax in respect of specified services, is not required to reverse the ITC on input and input service proportionately. Taxable exempt supply. Arey Baba, section number 95 wala supply, is it exempt supply? No. Under 17.1 and 17.2 of the CGST Act to the extent made under section number 95. There is no reversal required. All input and input service credit will be available on its commission, etc. ka service also, and 9.5 wala supply is also on which it is collecting and paying the tax. There is no reversal which is required to be done by the e-commerce operator. First point clear. Second point, further clarified that e-commerce will be required to pay the full tax liability on supplies under 9.5 through cash ledger. This 1 lakh rupees pay, whatever 5% is payable, it has to be paid through the e-cash ledger only. Sir, on this supplies, whatever is the tax payable, it has to be paid. 9.5 wala tax always to be payable through e-cash ledger. Done, sir. This point is clear. Sir, what about Zomato ka other services? Zomato is providing services to its restaurant, no? Like commission it is charging, listing fees it is charging. On all this amount, whatever the output tax is there, this GST can input be used? Yes, Papa, no problem at all. For this GST output tax, this input can be used, but for this 9(5) wala services, it has to be paid through e-cash ledger. That's all they have clarified. The credit availed by him in relation to input and input service used to facilitate such supply cannot be used to discharge 9(5). However, such credit can be utilized by him for discharging of tax liability in respect of services on own account. That is, all other services which is providing, like commission charged to restaurant, listing fees charged to restaurant, marketing fees charged to restaurant, on those input tax rate can be availed. But 9(5) wala tax which is collecting and paying, or 9(5) wala tax always to be paid in cash. I like this point. Please remember the circular. I've written over here the crux also. Same thing, that sir, e-commerce is required, not required to reverse any credit. 9(5) wala supply is not considered as if it is exempt supply. It is taxable only, and other supplies are also taxable. So there is no reversal which is there of input and input service. Rule number 42, 43, etc. not required. Secondly, 9(5) वाला सप्लाई के लिए whatever tax it is collecting, it has to be paid in cash. Other services के लिए it can use the input and input services का ITC. Done, sir. This point is clear. That's all has been told over here. Returns chapter में one small point has come. Nothing बाबा return chapter के लिए. ठीक है. This point is done. This one new chart I had inserted in ITC का chapter. Not an amendment, but new chart inserted. So I've gone ahead and given this chart. TDS chapter में one small point you have to remember. TDS deductors, and this point is there in the return chapter. TDS का chart में amendment is there, so I've written here, but actually it's an amendment in return chapter. TDS का GSTR 7 was there. Earlier, government was not required. This department of government was not required to file TDS return if there is no TDS deducted. But now, nil return is also mandatory. That's all has been made amendment. Return shall be filed irrespective of any deduction. Return has to be filed. The GSTR 7 has to be filed. That's all has been told. That sir, GSTR 7 for every month, even if there is no TDS. Remember one thing, TDS deductor deducting TDS. TDS deductor, if they are deducting TDS, they have to go ahead. They have to go ahead and file. They have to go ahead and file GSTR 7 even if there is no TDS which is deducted. Earlier, this was not there. Earlier, it was required to be filed only in the case of deduction. Now they have told you have to file even if there is no deduction. That's all. Here one specified premise ka one definition has been amended. Not applicable for intermediates, not applicable for September attempt, and September students can just follow till here. This B and C point is an amendment. Basically, this B and C point applicable only for January student. Okay? For September, you can follow only this point. But sorry, if I'm a hotel, if I'm a restaurant inside a specified premise, means if my premises ka room rent is more than 7,500, then this premises becomes specified premises and restaurant will be liable to collect the GST and pay. What I had already told you earlier, that is only applicable. These 2 points for September exam is not applicable, but nothing very important from these 2 points anyways. What they are telling, if a premise declares itself as specified premise also, then also it will become specified premise and it will collect GST and pay. But this is not applicable for September exam. For September students, sir, what will we study? You can study only the A point which was already there. Sir, what does this mean? This means generally restaurant service pay e-commerce will pay the GST. Okay? But if you are located in a premise where any room ka charge is more than 7,500, then this premise becomes what, everyone? Specified premise. And if it's a specified premise, the restaurant only will collect the GST and pay the GST to the government. That's all you should remember from exam point of view also. Okay, sir. A premise from where supplier has provided in the preceding financial year, restaurants, hotel accommodation service having value of supply of any unit above 7,500, that will become specified premise, and specified premise ka case mein the restaurant only pays the GST, 9(5) is not applicable. This point, what I already told you, that is only applicable. For Jan students, B and C point is applicable, but for January, this B and C point is applicable. So Jan student, for Jan, I'll release one small amendment later. You can see later. That's it. Return chapter, nothing. Returns I have already told you. TDS deducted, GSTR 7 is now mandatory. Remember this point. That's why I marked it as green. That GSTR 7 is mandatory. Okay, sir. Done. Come to inspection. Baba, in inspection, section number 70 was there. In section number 70, first point though was already there. The proper officer has the power to summon any person to give details. The proper officer can summon any person whose attendance he considers necessary to give evidence or to produce document or any other thing in any inquiry in manner as provided in case of a civil code under the code of civil procedure. Basically, the proper officer has the power. That proper officer can go ahead and call anyone, provide evidence. Done, sir. This point is clear. Now here, 1A has been inserted. Sir, whenever any person has been given a summon, that person can attend or his authorized representative can attend. Earlier, also this was there. Now they have made it. They have written this point in the law itself, saying, sir, either you can attend or your authorized representative also can attend. But anyway, the GST law goes ahead and gives you the power that any summon which is there, you can attend or your authorized representative can attend. Same thing was there earlier, but it was a power which was given by the GST law. Already in the GST law, section was there. But section number 70 never used to tell that. And so they explicitly wrote in section number 70 saying, sir, all the person who are summoned shall be bound to attend either in person or by an authorized representative. It means in case of summon, appearance before proper officer can be made by you or it can be made by authorized representative also, like your chartered accountant, cost accountant, your employee. All this also can be your authorized representative and they can represent you in case of a summon. Nothing. This was already there. They have just written in section number 70 also to be more explicit. Done, sir? Nothing. So I've written in the chart also that here to give statement and evidence in case of summon, you or your authorized representative can do. Okay, sir. Now a very, very important amendment which is in demand and recovery chapter, which we'll go ahead and understand. But first I want everyone to tell me, are we all 100% clear till here? Chalo, done. Let's go ahead and now do the next amendment, which is in demand and recovery chapter. Everyone listen to me very carefully. Demand and recovery chapter may we had section number 73, which we used to go ahead and talk about fraud, willful misstatement and suppression of fact. Other than fraud, willful misstatement and suppression of fact, demand order will be given under section number 73. In case of fraud, willful misstatement and suppression, demand order will be given under section number 74. Now, there were two separate sections under section number 73 and section number 74. Section number 73 and 74, two separate sections were there. 73 used to talk about non-fraud case. 74 used to talk about fraud case ka demand order. Now, these two sections are made applicable only till the financial year 23-24. They are telling when it appears to the proper officer that tax is not paid, short paid, erroneous refund, ITC wrongly availed and utilized pertaining to period 23-24. It means till the year 2024, whatever demand order has to be given, officer will apply either section number 73 or section number 74. After the year 73, 20 and 24, now 24-25 onwards, government have gone ahead and merged these two sections and they have made one common section which is called section number 74A. Over here, government have introduced section number 74A. The first point which it says, determination of tax not paid, short paid, nothing, Baba, everything is same. Small changes, listen carefully. Tax not paid, short paid, erroneous refund, ITC wrongly availed or utilized for any reason, for any, whether it is fraud case, non-fraud case, now section number 74A is applicable, pertaining to financial year 24-25 onwards. So, sir, 2024, what is applicable? Till 2024, you have to do like this only. Yes, sir, we remember. Now they have gone ahead and introduced section number 74A. Sir, can you tell section number 73 and 74? Baba, 73 and 74, if you guys already remember, non-fraud cases. Sir, prior to show cause notice, I can make the payment. No penalty payable. After show cause notice, if I go ahead and make the payment within 30 days, no penalty payable. 73. Sir, then demand order came. Then if I make the payment, penalty was payable 10% or 10,000, whichever is higher. In case of fraud cases, prior to show cause notice, 15%. After show cause notice, within 30 days, 25%. After demand order, within 30 days, then 50%. After 30 days, then 100%. Now, 73 and 74 has been merged and one single section is there, which is 74A. Listen carefully. Penalties In section number 74A also, no, they are talking about what fraud case and non-fraud case, but in one section only, which is 74A. In section number 74A is they telling, sir, when it appears to the proper officer that tax is not paid, short paid, erroneous refund, ITC wrongly availed or utilized for reason of other than fraud, non-fraud cases, and for reason of fraud, willful misstatement and suppression because of fraud reason. Okay? Non-fraud cases, before show cause notice, you have to pay no penalty. Sir, fraud cases, same 15% penalty is there. Okay, sir. Then no show cause notice. Here one point is there. If you did not make the payment, show cause notice will come. But one new amendment, sir, less than 1,000 rupees from the financial year 24-25 onwards, less than 1,000 rupees ka amount ke liye, they will not give you. Tax not paid, tax short paid. 1,000 rupees, no problem. Less than 1,000 rupees and above ke liye only show cause notice and demand order will come. Less than 1,000 rupees, very, very important point. There is no show cause notice. Okay, sir, my amount was more than 1,000. They gave me a show cause notice. Okay, sir. Now, show cause notice, remember one thing, show cause notice, what is the time limit to give show cause notice? Sir, earlier, the time limit to give show cause notice was 2 years, 9 months. Sir, whichever year it is, that year ka annual return say 2 years, 9 months. Correct? And 3 years demand order. Fraud cases, 4 years, 6 months, and 5 year was the demand order. Yes, sir, we remember. Now they have gone ahead and told show cause notice, fraud, non-fraud case, one time limit only, and they have given the time limit as 42 months from the due date of annual return or the date of erroneous refund. Sir, whichever year it is, that year ka annual return say 42 months में fraud, non-fraud case, they will give you the demand order. I hope this point is clear. Yes, sir, this point is clear. Sir, 42 months from the due date of annual return. What if it is erroneous refund? For 1 year, I took one erroneous refund. Then the year the erroneous refund is given, the day the erroneous refund is given, erroneous refund ka case mein, sir, see, tax not paid, short paid, ITC wrongly availed or utilized का केस में तो whichever year का tax short paid not paid is there, that year का annual return से 42 months में show cause notice will come. But erroneous refund का केस में whichever year का erroneous refund is given, the day erroneous refund is given, from that day 42 months में they will go ahead and give you the show cause notice. Done, sir. Show cause notice का time limit is changed now. Number one, no show cause notice if amount is less than 1,000 rupees. Earlier this provision was not there. 1 rupee also show cause notice will come. But now, no show cause notice if amount is less than 1,000. Sir, show cause notice के लिए what is the time limit? Whether it is fraud case, non-fraud case, 42 months. ठीक है? Sir, one show cause notice is given. For the next 2-3 years, can statement be given? Yes, Baba, this was already there. Statement for additional period can be given. ठीक है, sir, done. Now, show cause notice, voluntary payment, the time limit earlier was only 30 days. You can make voluntary payment for show cause notice only within how many days? 30 days. Sir, now the show cause notice can be paid within how many days? 60 days. Voluntary payment of show cause notice now can be done how many days? 60. Number one, no show cause notice amount less than 1,000. Number two, show cause notice time limit 42 months. Number three, show cause notice to pay voluntary earlier was 30 days, now it is 60 days. Okay, sir. Number three done. Now demand order will come. Sir, if you make the payment, close chapter. If you don't make the payment, give representation. Sir, 15% penalty, 25% penalty only. No changes. Sir, demand order came. If the demand order has come, non-fraud case, penalty was 10% or 10,000, which is still there. Fraud cases, if they pay within 30 days, 50% penalty, more than 30 days, 100% penalty. Here they have told, if they pay up to 60 days, 50% penalty. And demand order ka time limit also is changed, Baba. One more thing, 1 minute. Demand order, earlier, this demand order ka time limit was 3 years and 5 years. Now they have not linked this. 3 years in case of non-fraud case, fraud case, 5 years. Now here, demand order is to be given within 12 months from the date of show cause notice. So show cause notice, and it is extendable by how much, everyone? 6 months. So show cause notice is 42 months. 42 months means 3.5 years plus 12 months may you will get demand order, and if they can't give you in this time, 6 months, 12 months plus 6 months is the, so this is the time limit for demand order. From which date? Once show cause notice is given, from that date 12 months may they will give demand order. If they can't give you in 12 months, then they will take another 6 months and give you the demand order. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Yes, sir, this point is clear. And sir, demand order, if you make the payment, non-fraud case to nothing. Fraud cases, 60 days may, then 50% penalty. After 60 days, 100% penalty. Please tell me everyone, is this point clear to all of you? Sir, can you please tell us once again? Yes, Baba, I'll tell you once again. Number one, what are the changes that have come? Number one, fraud, non-fraud case. No show cause notice if amount is less than 1000. ठीक है sir. Number two, fraud, non-fraud case. Show cause notice का time limit. Whichever year it is, for that year का annual return से 42 months में show cause notice will come. Erroneous refund, then not for the year ka annual return. No. The day the erroneous refund was given, from that day, 42 months. Show cause notice will come. Show cause notice say demand order time limit is 12 months, further extendable 6 months. Means show cause notice 3.5 year, 1 year may demand order. If they can't give you in 1 year, 6 more months can be given. So demand order ke liye the maximum time limit is 1 year plus 6 months. Done, sir. Sir, earlier, here, this side, the fraud, non-fraud case, show cause notice. Can I make voluntary payment? Yes, Baba. Earlier it was 30 days. Now 60 days may you can make voluntary payment. Okay, sir. Penalties, same. No penalty, no penalty. 10% or 10,000, whichever is higher. 15%, 25%, 50% and 100. Here, 50% reduced penalty which was there. This was given if you make the payment within 30 days. Now this payment, this amount, this date has become 60 days. Please tell me everyone, is section number 74A clear to all of you? Please tell me everyone. Is section number 74A clear? The same thing they have gone ahead and told. Remember, 73 and 74 is gone now. Now section number 74A is there. In your exam, please be very careful. If they talk about an year which is financial year 2024, then 73 and 74. After 20 and 24, 24, 25 onwards, then 74A is there. Okay, done, sir. Show cause notice. First of all, they are going in and telling, sir, proper officer will give you a show cause notice. What is the time limit to and no show cause notice if the amount is less than, sir, 1000 rupees. If the amount is less than 1000, they will not give you show cause notice. Okay, sir. Sir, what is the time limit to issue show cause notice? From the due date of annual return or date of erroneous refund, say 42 months. 42 months. Very important. Sir, one period के लिए show cause notice is given. For additional period, can we give statement? Yes, Baba, just give a statement. Statement is deemed as the show cause notice. This was already there in 73 and 74. Same point here. Nothing very important. Sir, this was already there. Huh. Penalty 100% and non-fraud cases 10%. Sir, reduced penalty. Yes, Baba, reduced penalty also there, which I have already gone in and told you. It will come after some time. Demand order, sir, it will be issued. Yes, sir, demand order after representation taken. Demand order ka time limit is 12 months, further extendable by 6 months. I've already told you. Sir, if person makes the payment, then can there be reduced? Sir, here it is gone and told. Payment in case of reason other than fraud, etc. Always remember one penalty which is being told, 10% or 10,000, whichever is higher, and there is nothing which is there. You can make 60 days may payment also. Fraud cases may I've gone and told you 15%. Then it is 25%, and if you make within 60 days, then 60%. Yes, sir. 50%. Okay, sir. And after that, it is 100%. There is nothing here. Ha. This point which I had gone ahead and told you already earlier, this point was there. This point is still there. Self-assessed tax. Remember one thing, under 74A also they have written this point. For one period, you self-assess the tax. I'll go ahead and explain it like this. I hope you guys remember, but still I'll tell you. Where amount payable as self-assessed or tax collected not paid within 30 days from the due date, notwithstanding anything contained in 1-2 penalty, shall be payable where any amount of self-assessed tax or amount collected as tax is not paid within 30 days from the due date of payment of such tax. Sir, can you please explain this? Yes, I'll explain. Listen. Here. For an example, this is the year 25-26. April month is there. April month, 20th May, I filed the GSTR 3B. Practically not possible, theoretically possible. I told my output tax liability is 10 lakh. Input tax credit is 0. I had to pay 10 lakh in cash. I did not pay 10 lakh in cash and I filed the return. Practically not possible. Theoretically it is possible. It will be called as an invalid return. It means I filed an invalid return. Okay, sir. What did I do? output tax, input tax. I had to pay. I did not pay and file the return. Remember one thing, this is called self-assessed tax. If you don't make the payment within how many days? If you don't make the payment within 30 days, if you don't make the payment, they are going in and telling, officer, if you make the payment within 30 days, no penalty. But if you don't make this payment within 30 days, officer will issue a show cause notice, and then one penalty will be charged to you, where they will demand the penalty of 10% or 10,000, whichever is. Remember this point. That's all they have gone in and told. Penalty under 1 basically shall be payable where amount is self-assessed or any amount collected as tax is not paid within 30 days from the due date of payment of such tax. And Baba, all these sections which I have told you, 74A is applicable for financial year 24-25 onwards. These are all the same thing which you had already learned. This was already there. This is already there. Nothing is there. What you have to remember, first, very, very important point. Sir, no show cause notice if the amount is less than 1,000. Secondly, show cause notice has come. What is the time limit for show cause notice? 42 months. Okay. Show cause notice say voluntarily payment can I do? Yes, within 60 days you can make the voluntary payment. Earlier was 30. Demand order will come within how much time? Show cause notice to demand order 12 months. Further extendable by 6 months. Demand order has come. After demand order has come, non-fraud case to nothing. Fraud case you are given not 30, 60 days to make payment, 50% penalty. After that 100% penalty. Done, sir. This was the only point which I have told. And you know what? Now, listen to me very carefully. In your act, in your GST Act, wherever section number 73 or 74 was written, for an example, I'll tell you, composition mein it was written that if proper officer finds out that you have not gone ahead, you have taken composition instead of being eligible to take composition, he will go ahead and give demand order under 73 and 74. Now, everywhere in your GST Act where it was written, proper officer will go ahead and pass a demand order on 73 or 74. Now, 74A is also added. Everywhere. Wherever it was told 73 or 74, now it is 74A. I have not gone ahead and given those points as amendment because it is not an amendment. In the whole GST Act, lot of places where section number 73 and 74 was written, 73 or 74. Now one more section has been added, 73 or 74 or 74A. For example, I told you composition may it is given. In section number 35, accounts and records may also it is given. If proper officer goes ahead and finds out that you have not gone ahead and kept your books of account properly, etc., he can go ahead and give you a demand order on 73 or 74. Now 73 or 74 or 74A. If GST Act you see 73 or 74, remember now it is 73 or 74 or 74A. Done, sir. This point is clear. Very, very important from exam point of view is 74A. Done, sir. Now, sir, because of 74A has come in section number 75 also they have written. See, where appellate authority, appellate tribunal or court concludes that penalty under 74A52 is not sustainable, fraud wala penalty. You were given a demand order in case of section number 74A saying you are a fraud and penalty under fraud was charged. But you went to the court and told, sir, I'm not a fraud. Court told, yes, you are not a fraud. Then, Baba, the officer will go ahead and charge you a penalty under section number 74A51 shall be payable. What is section number 74A51? 1 minute. Section number 75A1 was when it is not a fraud case. You just have to pay 10% or 10,000, whichever is higher. That's all they have gone ahead and told. It says for any reason other than fraud, etc., then it will be 10% or 10,000, whichever is higher. But if it is fraud case, then Baba, you already know 15%, 25%, 50% and 100%. But if fraud may penalty is charged and you went to the court and court went and told Ramesh is not a fraud, then Baba, proper officer will go ahead and charge me a penalty as if I am not a fraud, which is basically 10% or 10,000, whichever is higher. That's all. Nothing they have gone ahead and told. They told where appellate authority, appellate tribunal or court. Demand order given under section number 74A telling I am a fraud and fraud wala penalty is charged. And I went to the court and court concluded penalty under 74A51 2, which is fraud wala penalty is not sustainable. Then what will the officer do? Nothing. He will charge me a penalty under section number 7451 shall be payable. I have to pay penalty as if I am not a fraud. Means demand order will be given to me under section number 74A saying you are not a fraud and penalty will be 10% or 10,000, whichever is higher. Then Baba, nothing. No demand order Demand order ka time limit is how much? 3 years or 5 years earlier was there, but now it is time limit is 12 months, further extendable by 6 months. If demand order is not given within time, all proceedings for that year concluded. So for example, officer did not give demand order within 12 months plus extended time period any, then what will happen? That year ka proceedings concluded. They have written over here. 3 years or 5 years was 73 and 74. 74A is 12 months. Then proceeding deemed to be concluded. Nothing. 74A ka reference has been put over here. Done. Sir, wait time spent for decision of appellate authority, appellate tribunal, high court or supreme court not to be considered in 3 year, 5 year or show cause notice and demand order ka time limit. Nothing. Sir, if any wait period is there, for example, officer already gone ahead and gave a show cause notice in one case. Demand order also given. This party has gone to the court. Everyone listen. Ram ka case mein officer has given a demand order and Ram has gone to the court. Now officer knows Shyam also has done the same thing. Officer went ahead and gave a show cause notice in case of Shyam. But officer is not passing a demand order in case of Shyam. Officer is telling, I'm waiting for Ram ka demand order ka. He has gone for appeal. Let the appellate authority, appellate tribunal or court decide. The same thing I will apply in case of Shyam also and pass a demand order. But demand order ka time limit is only 12 months. Now, sir, I am waiting for them, the appellate authority, appellate tribunal or court to pass their order and they took 5 years. Sir, time limit to pass the demand order is only 12 months. Here they took 5 years. I was waiting so that I can go ahead and give the similar decision. Demand order I can pass. In whatever decision comes in case of Ram, same decision I can apply in case of Shyam. I was waiting. I waited 5 years, 12 months gone. Now what to do? No problem. That 5 year will be excluded while calculating that 12 month is what they are trying to tell. Whatever wait an officer does, that wait period is always excluded while calculating the time limit, whether it is 42 months to give show cause notice, whether it is 12 months to give demand order. That's all. There is nothing else which is there. 76, 77, nothing, no changes, etc. People, please come over here. Section number 74A, I went ahead and told you. I've told you the summary also. Please read this properly once again and go very, very important. I've given the summary also. The chart also has been given. New section 74A, common procedure in case of fraud and non-fraud case. Done, sir. 75 I've already told you. Wherever 73, 74 was there, now they have gone ahead and told 74A. That's all. And one more point which I have told you, post introduction of 74A, consequential amendments have been made in the GST Act. Various section. Basically, wherever 73 and 74 was stated, no, like 73 or 74. Now you have to remember 74A is also there. Okay? Like section number 10.5, section number 21, which was there in your GST, section number 35, accounts and records ka chapter, everywhere where section number 73 or 74 was mentioned, now 74A is also mentioned. Okay, sir. Appeals and revision may, the amendment which has come is relating to a pre-deposit. Sir, pre-deposit, yes, sir. When we used to go ahead and make the pre-deposit, everyone listen here. Here, the pre-deposit which is there has been amended. See, sir, whenever you go for an appeal to the appellate authority, you go ahead and pay whatever the admitted amount full. Admitted amount full. Pre-deposit was how much, sir? 10% of the tax in dispute. Maximum amount which was there was 25 crore. Now has been made 20 crore. So here, they have gone and made instead of 25 crore, 20 crore only. Okay? Sir, if appellate authority ke baad, I am going to the appellate tribunal. 1 second, everyone. If you are going after appellate authority to appellate tribunal, listen to me very carefully. Here, appellate tribunal ke paas when you are going, it was over here. Now they have gone ahead and made it 10% only. Pre-deposit, how much, everyone? 10%. It was 20%, now made 10%. But maximum is 20 crore. So here, see, 20% has been made 10%. Okay? And maximum is 20 crore. So, sir, can you tell me if I am going to the appellate authority? Okay? If you are going for appeal to the appellate authority, then you will go to appellate tribunal. Okay? First, you have to go ahead and give 10% of tax in dispute. Sir, admitted amount to 100%. Whatever the tax in dispute, pay 10%. And this is maximum is 20 crore. Okay? Here also you have to pay again 10% of tax. Only the tax amount which is in dispute ka 10%. And this will also be maximum 20 crore. I hope this point is clear. So, sir, if I go ahead and talk about IGST Act, then what will happen, sir? Baba, remember, under IGST Act, this maximum will be 40 crore. This maximum will be 40 crore. That's all has been written over here, see. appellate authority, the maximum pre-deposit is how much, sir? 10%. Whatever you have admitted, full tax, interest, penalty paid. Whatever you have not admitted, 10% of the remaining amount has to be paid. Maximum 25 nahi baba, 20 crore. Under IGST Act, 40 crore. Under IGST Act, 40 crore. ठीक है sir. Sir, appeal to appellate tribunal, 10%. It was 20, now made 20, 10%, and maximum will be 20 crore. Sir, 10%. This is the heading. 10%, maximum is 20 crore. So, sir, first I paid 10% and 20 crore. Again, if you go to appellate tribunal, you have to again pay 10% and 20 crore. Under IGST Act, this is double. Done, sir. Provision. IGST Act may remember it is double. Under the CGST Act, the maximum pre-deposit required for appellate authority has been capped at 20 crore. Under the IGST Act, it is 40 crore. For appeal to appellate tribunal, the pre-deposit has been reduced from 20 to 10% of the tax and subject to a maximum of 20 crore rupees. And sir, under the IGST Act, it is 40 crore. Under the IGST Act, it is 40 crore. Done, sir. This point is clear. Very, very important from exam point of view. When you are going for appeal to the appellate authority, I'm again telling you 10% of tax in dispute, 10%. Maximum is 20 crore and 20 crore. And under IGST Act, it is 40 crore rupees. Please be very careful. Done, sir. Okay. Now, one more thing which they have gone in and told, these lines are total bakwas, nothing important. Only important point over here. Earlier, when you are going for an appeal to the appellate authority, no, there was no condonation for department. See, appeal to appellate authority, appellate tribunal, appeal to appellate tribunal, appeal to appellate tribunal. If taxpayer was going, he has to go within 3 months, plus further 3 months ka delay can be condoned. Department has to go within 6 months from the order of the appellate authority. Appellate authority ka order say, if I am going, I have to go within 3 months plus 3 months. Department ke liye, there was no condonation of delay. Department directly had to go within 6 months. Department ke liye also additional 3 months condonation of delay is not being told. That's all they have gone and told. Yes, sir. Appellate tribunal can allow delay with 3 months to the department also. Department also. We were given 3 plus 3. Department was given only 6 directly. Now department ke liye 3 months has been told. 3 months from which date, everyone? 3 months or this time or this time. From which date? From the date of order of appellate authority, or, sir, this two line ka meaning is what? Date which is notified by the government on recommendation of council for filing an appeal, whichever is later. Sir, from the basically from the day you have got the appellate authority order, run baba run, within 3 months plus 3 months you go. Department will go within 6 months plus 6 months from the date of order or the date which is recommended by the council. Because you know what happened, order of the appellate authority came now, appellate tribunal is not there only. Appellate tribunal got constituted now after 1 year. Order of appellate authority already came. Appellate tribunal got constituted now. What to do? So they went ahead and told council will recommend one date. From that day, you can go within 3 months plus 3 months. Department go within 6 months plus 1 month, 3 months. See what they're telling. Any person aggrieved by an order of the appellate authority or revisionary authority can file an appeal within 3 months from the date of when the order is sought to be appealed against, or 3 months from the date of communication of order, or the date as may be notified by government on recommendation of council for filing an appeal to the appellate tribunal under this act, whichever is later. So people, tell me one thing. Your order came over here. From this order, you should go within 3 months. Okay? Sir, I should have gone till here, but appellate tribunal is not there. What to do? So government went ahead and told, here appellate tribunal got constituted now. And government went ahead and notified this date that now you can go and apply to appellate tribunal. Can you tell me from which day you will see 3 months? Now they're telling the date which is notified by the government, from that day you should go within 3 months plus 3 months. Department will go within 6 months plus. That's all. For the department also, they have gone ahead and told the same thing. So, sir, what is simple thing? Nothing. From appellate authority ka order, communication date say, the day the order came to your hand, you go within 3 months plus 3 months. Department will go within 6 months plus 6 months. Anything else? Just give me a second. I hope this point is clear. Yes, sir, this point is clear. That's all has been told over here. See, you go 3 months plus 3 months from the day order was communicated. Department goes the day order was passed. From that day, 6 months plus 3 months. That's all. Sir, any other changes in this chart? Nothing. That's all. Appeal may only this was the changes which has come. Appeals and revision may you have to remember first thing, sir. Here any changes? Yes. Pre-deposit 10%, maximum 20 crore. 25 nahi, baba 20. Here department given additional 3 months and pre-deposit instead of 20 it is 10 and maximum is 20 crore. Done, sir. This point is clear. IGST Act 40. IGST Act 40. Okay. Appeals and revision chapter done. Offenses and penalties chapter में no. They had gone ahead and told if you are a e-commerce operator, you can also be liable for a penalty. Sir, any e-commerce operator, if they allow any unregistered person to supply other than a person who is exempted from registration, or allows any interstate supply by a person who is not eligible to make interstate supply. Composition dealer registered on e-commerce platform and supplying interstate. E-commerce operator liable for a penalty. Earlier they used to say, or any e-commerce operator who does not furnish correct detail in GSTR 8. If you are an e-commerce operator and you're not furnishing the correct details in GSTR 8, you will be liable for a penalty. Now, earlier they were telling any e-commerce operator will be liable for a penalty. Now they have gone ahead and told any e-commerce operator who is liable to their TCS is only liable for a penalty. Sir, I am an e-commerce operator. I am allowing one unregistered person to supply from me. Sir, unregistered supplier of service can supply from e-commerce. Supplier of goods also can supply through e-commerce. Sir, they were allowed. Even if a supplier is unregistered, he can supply through e-commerce. Correct? But e-commerce was told to follow special procedures, etc. E-commerce should make sure the supplier of goods is not doing any interstate supply. What if the e-commerce operator does? Unregistered person, supplier of goods, unregistered, supplying through e-commerce, Flipkart, Amazon, and doing interstate. Sir, if you allow any unregistered person to supply who is not eligible, secondly, if you allow any unregistered person to do interstate supply or any interstate supply by a person not eligible to do interstate supply, or if you furnish to fail to furnish any details in the GSTR 8 of outward supply affected by a person who is exempted from registration, all this ke liye e-commerce was liable for a penalty. Now, and what was the penalty, everyone? 10,000 or the tax amount, whichever was higher. Now the word has been added, e-commerce. Which e-commerce is liable for a penalty? Only that e-commerce who is liable to their TCS. E-commerce operator who is not liable to direct TCS will not be liable for penalty. That's all. They have gone in and now told over here, sir, if you are an e-commerce operator who has done this three mistake, then you will be liable for a penalty 10,000 or amount equivalent to tax amount, whichever is higher. Correct, everyone? Now they are telling, sir, any e-commerce who is liable to deduct TCS only is liable for penalty. Prior to the amendment, section number 122(1)(a) penalty was applicable to all ECO. Now it is applicable only to that ECO who is liable to collect TCS. I think they have just gone ahead and added the word that Ramesh, if you are an e-commerce operator who is liable to collect TCS and these mistakes are done, then you will be liable for penalty. Nothing. They had already earlier also meant the same thing, but these words were missing. Now they have gone ahead and completed those words. Place of supply chapter may they have gone ahead and told one small thing. Place of supply may they have gone ahead and given one small circular. Nothing. They have gone ahead and told that if you are supplying online services, like on supposingly on my website I am selling classes or I am selling ebooks. So in this scenario, they are telling if you are a person who is supplying online services, OIDR services online, or any online services if you are going ahead and providing, you must mention the name of the state of the recipient. Whether the recipient is unregistered, even if the value is less than 50,000 also, you must mention the name of the state of the recipient and that will be the address on record. That's all they have gone ahead and told. Clarification regarding place of supply of online services supplied by supplier of service to unregistered recipient. If I am going ahead and supplying, for example, you have come to my website and you have bought a book, ebook. It's an online service which I am giving. Now you might have purchased an ebook only for 500 rupees, but still I should collect the name of your state and that is only the address on record and that is the place of supply. That's all they have gone and clarified. So for example, you came on my website, you bought a ebook for 1000 rupees, I should go ahead and take the name of your state, even if the amount ka value is less than 50,000. See, generally, if you're supplying to people who are unregistered and the value is less than 50,000, you don't need to record their address. But if I am supplying online services, then I should take the name of your state, and that is only the address on record, and that will become the place of supply, and I'll accordingly go ahead and charge GST. That's all they have clarified over here. It has been clarified that a conjoint reading of clause B of section number 122B of the IGST Act, section number 31(2) of the CGST Act, read with section number 46F, leads to a conclusion that in respect of services provided to unregistered person, irrespective of the value of supply of service, the said supplier the said supplier is required to mandatorily record the name of the state of the unregistered recipient on the tax invoice. In case involving what online money gaming or supply of taxable services by or through e-commerce or OIDR services, recording of name of the state of the unregistered person on the tax invoice in respect of such supply shall be deemed as recording. You just have to record the name of the state, and it will be deemed as address on record of the recipient for the purpose of determination of place of supply. Accordingly, in such case, the place of supply of services shall be considered as the location of recipient of such service. Combined reading of e-commerce, 1 minute, e-commerce and e-commerce operator provides an understanding that all services supplied by to unregistered recipient over digital or electronic network, either by the supplier using his own digital or electronic facility or platform, or through any other electronic or digital platform owned and operated by independent. Either I am supplying through my own website or I am supplying through some other website, might be Flipkart, Amazon, etc., will be covered under the proviso to 46F, and the proviso to 46F says that either you are supplying through e-commerce, or might be either you're supplying through your own e-commerce, or you're supplying through some other person ka e-commerce platform. If you are supplying any e-commerce related products which are there, basically they are telling it is accordingly clarified that proviso to 46F shall be applicable in respect of all the online services provided to unregistered recipient, in addition to supplying of online money gaming. Sir, it does not mean that you are supplying only online money gaming or OIDR service. You have to mention the name of the state of the unregistered person. No, they are telling it is applicable to all the online services. Some of the example of online services such as newspaper, magazine, online subscription for OTT platform, online telecom services, digital services to mobile application, etc. Therefore, in respect of following services supplied to unregistered person, the supplier are mandatorily required to record the name of the state of the recipient on the tax invoice, irrespective of the value, and to declare the place of supply of the said services at the location of the recipient in their detail of outward supply in GSTR 1. Supply of such online digital services, OIDS services, etc. It is mentioned that if supplier fails to issue an invoice in accordance with the provision by not mentioning the correct mandatory particulars, including recording the name of the state, he shall be liable for penal action under section number 122 3E of the CGST Act. Basically, section number 122.3 went ahead and told what? Here, you fail to issue an invoice or account for the invoice, and you will be liable for penalty up to 25,000. They are telling we'll charge you a penalty up to 25,000 rupees. Done, sir. This point is clear, and that is what they are telling. Sir, in case of online digital service, OIDR service, online money gaming, supplier must record the state of the unregistered. See, Baba, if the amount is less than 50,000, we generally don't record the address. But if you are supplying online services like e-commerce platform ke through you are providing service, or you are using your own platform to provide the service. For example, me, Ramesh Soni, I am selling my ebooks, etc. Then I must mention you are the unregistered person. Even if value is less than 50,000, I must mention the name of your state, and that will be your address in my books of account, and that will become the place of supply. They are telling in case of online digital services, OIDR, online money gaming, supplier must record the name of the state of the unregistered recipient on the invoice as per rule number 46F ka proviso. Recording the recipient state is address on record, and that will become the place of supply. So tell me one thing, you bought online in my platform ebook, you mentioned your state as Maharashtra. In my record, you are the unregistered person. My place was, according to me, I am from Karnataka, you are from your address you have given from Maharashtra. For me, place of supply will be Maharashtra. I'll charge you IGST. That's all. They have told, sir, if you don't comply, then penalty is under section number 123E, which went ahead and told what, sir, penalty up to 25,000. So I will be charged penalty up to 25,000 under CGST and up to 25,000 under SGST. Done, sir. This part is clear. The next one over here is customs and FTP. Baba, customs and FTP में I hope you guys remember the IGCR का rules were there. This refund chapter तो I already explained you this point, which was with section number 16. IGCR rule में no, they have gone ahead and told monthly return was there. IGCR 3. Yes, sir. Everywhere IGCR 3 monthly is now told that all these people who are uh, importing goods at concessional rate of duty, they are required to file one return which was IGCR 3 monthly. Now this IGCR 3 monthly return was which was there has been made quarterly. That's all they have gone ahead and told. See, and you know what? One quarter ka definition was there. Sir, quarter ka definition means what? April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, Jan, Feb, March. Sir, is it financial year or calendar year? So they went ahead and clarified. Now, what they mean is financial year. And that is why you will see quarter means what? Quarter means any 3 consecutive months ending on the last day of March. So Jan, Feb, March is 1 quarter. April, May, June is 1 quarter. July, August, September is 1 quarter. October, November, December is 1 quarter. So it is not financial year anymore. In IGCR, they follow financial. It's not calendar financial year. It is calendar year. In IGCR rules, now they follow calendar year. Done, sir. Now see, rule number 6. This importer, once he has gone ahead and he should furnish monthly statement, it was there, which is IGCR 3. Now it has become quarterly statement. Done, sir. So everywhere where monthly was there, the importer shall submit a quarterly statement on which is IGCR 3 by the 10th of every quarter. Once quarter gets over, he has to furnish IGCR 3. Provided that importer may submit details of the goods consumed in the IGCR 3A. I told you over here. Sir, whatever goods you have gone in and consumed already, you can mention the details in IGCR 3A. Sir, I have already done the consumption as per the, you are given concessional date of duty saying you have to do this. I have already done this. So whatever bond amount is there, please recredit. So for that also, you have to go ahead and it is telling it will become a part of the monthly statement. Earlier I told, now it is telling quarterly return details. That's all. Everywhere where monthly was there has been made quarterly. Next, see, job work. When you are sending the goods for job work, no, they used to say, please provide the details in the monthly statement, which is IGCR 3. Now it is quarterly statement. And one more very important change, from the job work, the goods should come back within 6 months it was sold. But you know what? In GST and IGCR rule, there was an inconsistency. Here they are telling 6 months. In GST, it is inputs ke liye 1 year. And hence they went ahead and made the change over here also. In IGCR rules, they went ahead and told now it is not 6 months, it is 1 year. So to bring the goods back from job work, what is the time limit? 1 year. Okay. Sir, the importer may go ahead and maintain the records and furnish the details in the quarterly statement, and the goods can be brought back within 1 year. Okay, sir. Sir, can I transfer from one unit to another? Yes, you can transfer, but that detail also should be given in your quarterly statement. Earlier it was told monthly statement. Now they are telling the details should be given in quarterly statement. Okay, sir. Done. Then see, from one unit to another unit, can I transfer? Yes, you can transfer, but the details should be given in your quarterly statement. See, the details should be given in your quarterly statement. That's all. Sir, can I supply it for specified end use? Yes, you can supply it for specified end use, but the monthly has now become quarterly. You should give the details in the quarterly statement. Okay, then. Sir, re-export. Can I go ahead and see, the importer who had availed the benefit of the notification shall use the imported goods in accordance with the notification within the period, and in respect of unutilized goods so imported, the importer have an option either to re-export or clear the same for home consumption. Basically, what you can do is, if you had gone ahead and imported some goods, you have to use it, or you can clear it for home consumption, or you can re-export. Now, what they have gone ahead and told, within period told in the notification or within the date of 6 months from the date of import, where the period is not specified, provided that the specified period of 1 year can be further extended by the jurisdictional commissioner for a further period not extending 3 months if sufficient cause is shown that the cause for not conforming to the time period was beyond the importer's control. What they have gone ahead and told, simple, sir, can I go ahead and export it? Yes, you can go ahead and export it within how much time? 1 year, and the further extendable within 1 year of the notification from the date of import, where time is not specified. You can export it within how much time, everyone? From within 1 year. If any unutilized item is there or defective item is there, within 1 year you can re-export it. Sir, can there be further extension? Yes, you will be further given how much time? 3 months anyways. And sir, all these details of re-export should go in your quarterly statement. That's all they have gone ahead and told. It should go in your quarterly statement. Everywhere. Sir, can I go ahead and clear the goods for my home consumption? Yes. If you're not using for your specified purpose, you can clear it in India also, but that detail also should go in your quarterly statement. That detail also should go in your quarterly statement. Everywhere where monthly was there. Quarterly, first of all, definition has been given. IGCR, which was to be filed monthly, has now been made quarterly. Everywhere where monthly statement was there, now it has become quarterly. Sir, secondly, quarter ka definition has been given. Jan, Feb, March, 1 quarter, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. In GST, it is financial year. Here it is calendar year. Okay, sir, this point is clear. Other than that, one point which you should remember, goods can be brought back from job work, not 6 months, now it is 1 year. That's all the changes have been done. Nothing. Quarterly definition I've gone ahead and told you. Now it is calendar month. Okay, sir, done. Earlier, students used to get confused. Sir, first year means what? First year means the calendar year. Okay, sir. Point is clear. I hope this point is clear to all of you. Yes, sir, clear. In custom, the only amendment is in the IGCR rule where monthly statement became quarterly statement. Job work say goods brought back 1 year instead of 6 months. That's all. Foreign trade policy, government have gone ahead and told trade facilitation measures are there in your foreign trade policy. Now, trade facilitation measure introduced with an option available to the central government for consultation with. So, Baba, when government is going ahead and getting any trade facilitation measure, introduced with an option available to central government for consultation with relevant stakeholder. Whenever government is getting any trade facilitation measure, government is saying we can consult the relevant stakeholders whether the trade facilitation measures which we are planning to introduce, do you suggest anything? Any suggestion do you have? So, to seek their view, whoever are the stakeholders, to seek their views and also provide the mechanism on best endeavor basis to inform reason for not accepting the views. So basically, government is telling whenever we are under trade facilitation measure, if we are getting any measure which is beneficial for the industry, we can go ahead and ask the industry ka people only, is this trade facilitation, what is your suggestion, what are your stakeholders ka any suggestions which are there, government can take it. What they are telling, trade facilitation measure now introduced with an option available to central government for consultation with relevant stakeholders to seek their view and also providing mechanism on best endeavor basis to inform reason for not accepting view concerning the formulation or amendment of foreign trade policy. So whenever government is formulating the foreign trade policy में trade facilitation measure, government can take the relevant stakeholders का views. Okay? And if government does not like their views or government does not want to take their views, government will not take. So they are telling the foreign trade policy has been amended through the inclusion of these two paragraphs, okay, in chapter number 1 to introduce a stakeholder consultation mechanism. Government in foreign trade policy has now introduced what, everyone? Stakeholder consultation mechanism for formulating or amending the policy. In foreign trade policy, if government has to amend anything, government can go ahead and take relevant stakeholder ka views. Key points to be noted, but the government may at its discretion seek views or suggestion from stakeholder, importer, exporter, industry export on new provision or amendment in foreign trade policy. So in the foreign trade policy, if government wants to do any changes in the foreign trade policy, any new trade facilitation measures to be introduced, any changes to be done in the foreign trade policy, government can take the views of the importer, exporter, stakeholders. Okay? A time of 30 days may be provided for feedback submission. You can give your importer exporters foreign trade policy may, if you suggest any changes, you can give your suggestion within 30 days. We are asking you. The government retains the right to amend or formulate policy provision without consultation. If government wants to do any changes in the foreign trade policy, government need not mandatorily take their view. If government wants, government can take the view. If government doesn't want, government will not take the view. It says if feedback is taken, if feedback is not incorporated, the government may provide reason where deemed reasonable. So, for example, government told in the foreign trade policy we want to make changes. Industry, please tell. Industry ka people suggested. Government can take those views. Government might not take these views. If government takes those views, very good. If government does not take these views, then government will give reasonable reason why government did not go ahead and take those views. Okay? Then no obligation to provide reason if the feedback, so if foreign trade policy may any changes is there, feedback is given, government does not like the feedback or government is not taking the feedback, then government should give a reason. But sometime government might not give the reason also why we are not taking your feedback. No obligation to provide feedback if the feed to provide the reason. Government will not give the reason why we did not incorporate your feedback in our foreign trade policy, why we did not change the foreign trade policy as told by you. Why? If the feedback affects foreign relation, national security, or economic or foreign food security, conflict with strategic policy, international commitment, or long-term plan in relation to is unrelated to trade, serves narrow or private interest. One person is giving suggestion, but that is actually helping him or his friends who are there. That is why he is giving that suggestion. Or contradicts public interest. His suggestion is against public interest, requires disclosure of confidential or classified information. It's telling what? Requires disclosure of confidential or classified information. Government is telling his feedback which he has given, no, why we have not incorporated. If you want to tell him the reason, we have to give him the details which are confidential details. So we will not go ahead and give him the reason. So people, this can be one exam question. Generally, if government is taking any feedbacks for the foreign trade policy, any changes, etc., to be done, if government accepts it, government will make the change in the foreign trade policy. If government does not accept it, government will go ahead and give the reasonable reasons which are there. Correct? Correct, sir. If are there anything, uh, what are the reason for which no obligation to provide reason? What are the cases when for feedbacks received from the industry, government will give no reason? Government is not under an obligation to give reason. What are the cases when government is not under an obligation to give reason? Here, no obligation to provide reason if these four cases. Number one, if the feedback affects national security, foreign relation, if the feedback affects economic and food security, if the feedback is conflicting with strategic policies of the government, if the feedback is in conflict with international commitment or long-term plans, if the feedback is unrelated to trade, it is serving narrow interest, if the feedback is contradicting public interest, if the feedback relates to disclosure of confidential information, then government will not give the reason why government has not incorporated that feedback in the policy. Why that feedback was not taken care in the policy, government will not give the reason if this is because of this four. Please remember this, very, very important, can ask in the exam. And you know what? If government did not give the reason why your feedback was not incorporated or was not used to make the changes in the policy, no stakeholder have any legal right to demand incorporation of their feedback or to seek reason for its exclusion. Sir, I gave one feedback. Why you did not include? You don't have any legal right to go ahead and ask that. Government, if it wants, Baba simple, government, if it wants, government can go ahead and ask feedback from the industry. If government is asking for the feedback, you are free to provide the feedback, but government is under its wish. Government can include those feedbacks in the foreign trade policy and make amendment. And if government does not like it, government will not incorporate them and not include them in the foreign trade policy. But if government does not include them, government will give you the reason. But there are four cases when government is telling we will, why the feedback was not incorporated, we will not go ahead and provide the no obligation. In this scenario, government is not under an obligation to provide the reason why your feedback was not incorporated. And if your feedback was not incorporated, you can't tell the government why you did not incorporate my feedback. You cannot go ahead and ask the government such things. Done, sir. This point is clear. That's all has been told over here, and that was the amendment which was which is applicable for your September exam. January 26 students also can go ahead and watch this amendment, because for January 26 hardly few amendments are there, mostly nothing only. Done. So September 25 and January 26 amendments are over here. We have gone ahead and covered the amendments. All the best, everyone. Congratulations, people. We are done with all the amendments over here. Listen. Okay. This is the amendment booklet and the amendment chart, amended charts also over here. Foreign trade policy, there is no amendment chart which is there. Foreign trade policy, only this one page I have gone ahead and given a summary. Please read this and go. Right, everyone, I'll go ahead and close my amendments over here. Listen to me very carefully. After you have done watching the amendments, all this four page, 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 5 pages over here are basically your amendment summary which has been given, so that you can read it one day before the exam. I hope all of you enjoyed the amendments. All the best, guys. Do well, write well. Please practice question answers and then go for exam. All the best. I'll close my amendments over here.